Solutions each Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time for the best in literary conversation. Each week, a different author will join us to talk to their most important readers, you. You can also call in to ask your own questions. So don't forget, each Wednesday at 7 p.m., join us in the lounge for Horizons with Meet the World Image Solutions. See you there.
Y'all know me, this is People Person here.
Big homie head.
It's your boy Fred.
This man, big fan.
Right. Listen, we're your host of the New Orleans Talk Network's FanView. Real fans talk, real sports. Check us out every Thursday night, 6 p.m.
We're back. Talk What You Know returns on Wednesday mornings at 8 a.m. We got a brand new co-host by the name of Bob B. And hey, that's me. Also, we got some new features. We're going to be giving away, have a weekly raffle of prizes. There are multiple ways for you to win, and there's a bevy of prizes. So we need you to come on back, join us on Wednesday mornings at 8 o'clock for Talk What You Know on the New Orleans Talk Network.
Here at Jones Insurance, your full-service agency, let us take care of all your insurance needs. We provide homeowners insurance, flood, rental, commercial, auto, and life insurance. Don't let the unexpected tragedy destroy your family's future. Here at Jones Insurance, 7603 West Bank Expressway, Monroe, Louisiana, 772. Contact Lois at 504-348-1492.
The New Orleans Talk Network, now on your mobile device, on your computer, in your ear, and interactive. It's new, it's innovative, and it's on your mobile device. Android, iPhone, iPad, and on your computer. Take us wherever you go. Because we're interactive. 504-341-TALK. That's 504-341-8255.
What's up, readers and shakers? It's your girl, Rhonda M. Lawson, sending you a personal invite to the Literary Lounge. Tune in to Horizons with Meet the World Image Solutions each Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time for the best in literary conversation. Each week, a different author will join us to talk to their most important readers, you. You can also call in to ask your own questions. So don't forget, each Wednesday at 7 p.m., join us in the lounge for Horizons with Meet the World Image Solutions. See you there.
Y'all know me, this is People Person here.
Big homie head.
It's your boy Fred.
This man, big fan.
Right. Listen, we're your host of the New Orleans Talk Network's FanView. Real fans talk, real sports. Check us out every Thursday night, 6 p.m.
We're back. Talk What You Know returns on Wednesday mornings at 8 a.m. We got a brand new co-host by the name of Bob B. And hey, that's me. Also, we got some new features. We're going to be giving away, have a weekly raffle of prizes. There are multiple ways for you to win, and there's a bevy of prizes. So we need you to come on back, join us on Wednesday mornings at 8 o'clock for Talk What You Know on the New Orleans Talk Network.
Here at Jones Insurance, your full-service agency, let us take care of all your insurance needs. We provide homeowners insurance, flood, rental, commercial, auto, and life insurance. Don't let the unexpected tragedy destroy your family's future. Here at Jones Insurance, 7603 West Bank Expressway, Monroe, Louisiana, 772. Contact Lois at 504-348-1492.
The New Orleans Talk Network, now on your mobile device, on your computer, in your ear, and interactive. It's new, it's innovative, and it's on your mobile device. Android, iPhone, iPad, and on your computer. Take us wherever you go. Because we're interactive. 504-341-TALK. That's 504-341-8255.
What's up, readers and shakers? It's your girl, Rhonda M. Lawson, sending you a personal invite to the Literary Lounge. Tune in to Horizons with Meet the World Image Solutions each Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time for the best in literary conversation. Each week, a different author will join us to talk to their most important readers, you. You can also call in to ask your own questions. So don't forget, each Wednesday at 7 p.m., join us in the lounge for Horizons with Meet the World Image Solutions. See you there.
Y'all know me, this is People Person here.
Big homie head.
It's your boy Fred.
This man, big fan.
Right. Listen, we're your host of the New Orleans Talk Network's FanView. Real fans talk, real sports. Check us out every Thursday night, 6 p.m.
We're back. Talk What You Know returns on Wednesday mornings at 8 a.m. We got a brand new co-host by the name of Bob B. And hey, that's me. Also, we got some new features. We're going to be giving away, have a weekly raffle of prizes. There are multiple ways for you to win, and there's a bevy of prizes. So we need you to come on back, join us on Wednesday morning.
It's a people person here.
Big homie head.
It's your boy Fred.
This man, big fan.
Listen, we're your host in the Walls Talking Network's FanView. Real fans talk real sports. Check us out every Thursday night, 6 p.m. Y'all know me, this is people person here.
Big homie head.
It's your boy Fred.
This man, big fan.
Listen, we're your host in the Walls Talking Network's FanView. Real fans talk real sports. Check us out every Thursday night, 6 p.m. Y'all know me, this is people person here.
Big homie head.
It's your boy Fred.
This man, big fan.
Listen, we're your host in the Walls Talking Network's FanView. Real fans talk real sports. Check us out every Thursday night, 6 p.m. Y'all know me, this is people person here.
Big homie head.
It's your boy Fred.
This man, big fan.
Listen, we're your host in the Walls Talking Network's FanView. Real fans talk real sports. Check us out every Thursday night, 6 p.m. Y'all know me, this is people person here.
Big homie head.
It's your boy Fred.
This man, big fan.
Listen, we're your host in the Walls Talking Network's FanView. Real fans talk real sports. Check us out every Thursday night, 6 p.m. Y'all know me, this is people person here.
Big homie head.
It's your boy Fred.
This man, big fan.
Listen, we're your host in the Walls Talking Network's FanView. Real fans talk real sports. Check us out every Thursday night, 6 p.m. Y'all know me, this is people person here.
Big homie head.
It's your boy Fred.
This man, big fan.
Listen, we're your host in the Walls Talking Network's FanView. Real fans talk real sports. Check us out every Thursday night, 6 p.m. Y'all know me, this is people person here.
Big homie head.
It's your boy Fred.
This man, big fan.
Listen, we're your host in the Walls Talking Network's FanView. Real fans talk real sports. Check us out every Thursday night, 6 p.m. Y'all know me, this is people person here.
Big homie head.
It's your boy Fred.
This man, big fan.
Listen, we're your host in the Walls Talking Network's FanView. Real fans talk real sports. Check us out every Thursday night, 6 p.m. Y'all know me, this is people person here.
Big homie head.
It's your boy Fred.
This man, big fan.
Listen, we're your host in the Walls Talking Network's FanView. Real fans talk real sports. Check us out every Thursday night, 6 p.m. Y'all know me, this is people person here.
Big homie head.
It's your boy Fred.
This man, big fan.
Listen, we're your host in the Walls Talking Network's FanView. Real fans talk real sports. Check us out every Thursday night, 6 p.m. Y'all know me, this is people person here.
Big homie head.
It's your boy Fred.
This man, big fan.
Listen, we're your host in the Walls Talking Network's FanView. Real fans talk real sports. Check us out every Thursday night, 6 p.m. Y'all know me, this is people person here.
Big homie head.
It's your boy Fred.
This man, big fan.
Listen, we're your host in the Walls Talking Network's FanView. Real fans talk real sports. Check us out every Thursday night, 6 p.m. Y'all know me, this is people person here.
Big homie head.
It's your boy Fred.
This man, big fan.
Listen, we're your host in the Walls Talking Network's FanView. Real fans talk real sports. Check us out every Thursday night, 6 p.m.
Welcome to FanView, Real Fans Talk Sports on the Walls Talk Network. Everyone's been dying and waiting for this episode, third episode this year, FanView. Man, we got a lot to discuss, fellas. We got a lot to get into, fellas. got Saints talk, Saints versus Vikings loss. Definitely got to get into that. Got everyone commentary, been following up on Facebook, man. Appreciate it. You know, everybody tuning in. Want to give a shout out, you know, for everybody tuning in this weekend. We went ahead and got a chance to stream both of those games Sunday. You know, the Jags, Pittsburgh Steelers, Saints, Vikings. I want to thank all the fans who was tuning into that game.
Man,
they got the,
yeah, the day full with that one, boy.
Got up to 60,000 views, up to 1,800 people live streaming in that game. Man, appreciate it. Like I told y'all, it's Thursday night. We got to discuss these talks. We here. We in the building. Listen, I'm your boy Fred.
GSports. You already know I'm rocking. It's the people person right here.
And listen, my man Coach Hurricane here. You know, he couldn't make it tonight.
Due to the weather.
Due to the ice here. I won't call it snow.
Right,
due to the ice.
Due to the weather down here, we had some bad
I-55
issues.
is closed, so he couldn't make it down today. But he gonna be calling in. He want, you know, have this conversation with us and everybody who's tuning into the show about Saints versus Vikings loss. But before I get ready to start this show, y'all know what I do, folks. I always give a shout out and salute to our armed forces. My Army, my Navy, my Marines, Air Force, Coast Guard, local police department, local fire department, first responders, man. Thank you guys for the services y'all do, man. Deeply, deeply, deeply appreciate it. Again, we can't thank y'all enough for the work that y'all do. Thank you, thank you, thank you guys so much from the bottom of our hearts. Now listen, got a lot of topics for you guys tonight. We got to talk about
depression news. Look, I'm still not over this.
Listen, we still hurt.
I'm still not over this.
I'm still not over this.
I'm still, to this day.
I'm hurt. But Saints, Vikings, we get into that. Again, our season is over. If you're a Saints fan, our season over. We're going to get a chance to talk about also, you know, recapping the season. Going back from training camp. Recapping the season. You know, everyone intake on recapping the season and what we think going forward next, going towards next season. There's a few coaching jobs still open out there. Cardinals still got a head coaching job. The Tennessee Titans parted ways with Mike Mularkey. Got to discuss that. Obviously, the coach Giants, you know, they still got head coaching jobs. There's about 4 or 5 teams that still have head coaching jobs. You know, we're going to talk a little about that and who should fill those jobs and why. Want to get about Mike Tomlin and Jacksonville. Mike Tomlin, you know, there's a lot of talk around the news.
Yeah.
You know, should he consider being fired after losing to Jacksonville?
Yeah.
You know, Coach Hurricane handpicked Jacksonville. You know,
And then people
picked Jacksonville. And so we got to discuss that. You know, about by far a very intriguing game. That was a very fun, interesting game to watch. If you get a chance to watch that Jacksonville Steelers game, so we're gonna be talking about that. Also, man, you understand basketball around the corner, baby.
Woo-woo.
NBA season's been
Right.
half played. 44 games have been played. Half the season is up. NBA trade down around the corner. For people who don't know, they got breaking news about the NBA All-Star. The starting lineups for the East and the West just came out about 20 minutes before we got the show started. And we got 2 Pelicans in the building. There it is. We're going to discuss that in the last part of the show. But listen, for people who are tuning in, want to tune in, the number to call the show is 504-341-8255. Again, that number is 504-8255. Again, give me a call. I got a free T-shirt if you give me a call, baby. Yes, absolutely. That's what we got here. Free T-shirts for tuning to FanView Live. But listen, let's open the show up, folks. Saints versus Vikings. Where do we start, folks? We're down 17-0 at halftime. And for people who are watching the game, man, listen. We're down 17-0 at halftime to the Vikings. Drew Brees had, I think, a turnover and interception. It wasn't a good first half for the Saints.
Right.
It looked bad.
Right.
It looked like the Vikings were going to take away. It looked like defense was going to dominate this football game. And we wouldn't really make a play on the defensive end of the football. We wouldn't really run the football. We didn't. Everything that can go wrong in that first half went wrong.
I'm not gonna say everything, but a lot went wrong. A lot was luck for me personally. I can say luck, but helped. You know what I'm saying? Because there were a lot of calls, especially in that first half, that was, to me, quite frankly, bad calls. There were some good calls, but there were some bad calls and situational points in the first half of that game that I led to believe that made the score 17-0.
I would say the referees didn't give the Saints any breaks.
None.
You know,
None.
there were a lot of calls that could have been made that could have went the opposite way. Obviously, that first half was just it wasn't a very good first half.
It wasn't. I mean,
we didn't really run the football very well.
We didn't pass the ball.
We didn't pass the ball very well. Drew Brees was like 8 for 18 in the first half. If you talking about the all-time leading for his completion percentage, and
on defense, we were flat. We were coming out. We couldn't get off the field. Third down convergence. We couldn't get off the field.
Right.
We couldn't get off the field. So all the way around, we just came out flat. All the way around, we came out flat. I do think there were help, but still in all, you know. But at the end of the day, man, that's
again, like I said,
to go through all that adversity and still have a chance to be in that game and to win that game.
To be in it, to be up.
And to win that game, through all that, we still had a shot. So that tells me something about the resilience of this team. I mean,
for me, it's one of these games where we talked about it at halftime for people tuning in on the stream, that if any team can come back down 17-0,
it's Drew Brees.
It's Drew Brees. And you got to give that credit to Drew Brees. At the end of the day, we talking about a quarterback, again, who's the all-time leader in NFL history for his completion percentage. I said, if anybody can make a comeback in the second half, it has to be the guy who can complete passes down the field. And at the end of the day, second half was a testament. I mean, he only had 5 incompletes. He had 170 yards.
Brees was amazing, bro, in that second half.
It gets no better than that.
It gets no better.
It gets no better than that.
Hey, bro, when you have a guy like Drew Brees, bro, and y'all know me, the people person. I'm hard. I don't cut him no slack. You know what I'm saying? But the performance Drew Brees put up Sunday, bro, man, bro,
historic.
It's legendable.
It's an historic.
It's an
historic second half to a great career, and obviously it was all taken away, unfortunately, by the last drive.
Man.
It was all taken away. And obviously in public talk and public conversation around the nation, we all talking about one play, which is the most unacceptable play that you can have in that moment. I can't stress the level of unacceptable that play has been. We still feeling some type of way
behind that play.
Behind that one play. Woo. I mean,
and we wanted to throw P.J. Williams under the bus. And roll over and back up, and roll over again, and back up, and roll over again, and back up.
It was bad. It was bad. It was bad. I mean, I don't think it gets. I mean, I seen bad, bro. That's a walking touchdown with 10 seconds left on the game clock.
Never happened.
That never happened.
For me, that was worse than in 11 when we lost to San Fran. 11.
Giving the touchdown to Vernon Davis?
Yeah.
That surpasses that. Easy.
By far. Because you seen it coming. They marched down the field. You seen that touchdown kind of leaning in the background. You seen it coming. They like, damn, don't march down the field. And they marched down the field and made the touchdown. But this here, bro.
You couldn't script that. You couldn't script that loss. And again, I'm going to be real. No one's immune from the internet. I mean, reality is the memes came out.
The internet has never lost.
Undefeated. And listen, the memes came out. Listen, I think they went a little too far with some of them. Now people follow me on Twitter. I was like, listen, man, the kid's a good kid. We talking about a guy who had like 70 tackles this year as a rookie. Guy who had 4 picks. Matter of fact, he had a pick in this game in the second half.
To help us get back in this game. Because
he had two plays prior to that. He had batted down an incomplete pass.
Yes. It was like, man.
And to give up that kind of play, again, I mean, I think he's an excellent addition for the Saints. Obviously, the Saints probably one of their best draft classes probably since 06. Hands down, arguably. And we talking about a situation.
I think this class is better than 06's.
I would probably.
I would
have to agree with you because the 06 team had to grow together.
Well, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This team here.
The 06 team did get to the NFC Championship, though.
True.
It did.
True. But was it all, I don't think it was all attributed to that draft class. Obviously, you had the Marcus Coast and you had Reggie Bush. But Zach Strief wasn't starting that year. He was part of that draft class, too.
You had Deuce, who was a
veteran. Jari Evans.
You know what I'm saying? You had Henderson on the wide receiver.
But they weren't part of that draft class.
Exactly.
But this draft class, you talking about.
Yeah, a lot of seniors on that team, though. This class here, you had, especially on defense, you had a lot of rookies on that defense. Paul.
Yeah. Marshawn Lattimore, Alex Edgerlone before going on IR. Trey Hickinson got a lot of snaps when Alex Okafor went out. The only guy who really didn't play on this draft class was really Muhammad.
Who was 7th round draft pick.
out of Miami. That's the only one who really didn't get snaps this year.
Right.
But outside of that, this was, I mean, we talking about Ryan Ramczyk, who's probably a top 10 all-time. You know,
he held his own at the right tackle spot.
Even at left tackle before Armstead was out.
Yep.
You know,
he held his own.
Marshall. Now this draft class could look very differently if obviously Kansas City don't jump us, and obviously the San Francisco 49ers don't jump us. We talked about that. This could be very well Pat Mahomes and Reuben Foster, but the dominoes fell the way they fell, and now looking forward, I'm happy that we drafted what we drafted.
Right.
Not to take away anything from Pat Mahomes, because I think he had a great preseason. Nothing to take away from Reuben Foster. I think he had a good year for the 49ers. But the way this team gelled,
and you know me,
the way they played.
You know me, going back, I was like, bro, you bet not pick a cornerback for the first round. You know me.
We expressed that. Obviously, we were all wrong.
We were all
wrong.
Lattimore, thank you very much for proving me wrong, bro. Because I was avid and no, you do not pick a first round cornerback. I was avid about that, bro.
Well, we got somebody on the line. Listen, Madman, you on the line?
Yo, this Madman, the big fan. How y'all doing, fellas?
Wow. Well, I don't know if I can really hear you in here. Are you there?
The hell?
You there, Madman?
Hello?
Are you there?
Yeah, but I'm hearing a whole lot of interference in the phone, man.
Madman, come back on, you know what I'm saying? We're going to holler at him.
We'll holler at him. Again, the number
his takes
the
on
calling guys is 504-341-8255. Listen.
Man. Oh, listen, bro.
Hey, bro, that took a lot out of everybody, bro. That stole my soul, bro.
The game really drained me, bro. But from a emotional standpoint, from a fan standpoint, you know, I was in Mexico watching the game.
Look at us, GQ and Sharp.
I was in Mexico, man. I was in Mexico for one of my man's wedding, and you know, where I was watching the game with, it was a bevy of Minnesota Viking fans. Oh. And, you know, they had the jerseys on it, the apparel, everything, man. You know what I'm saying? They were 17 and they talking noise. But I'm an optimistic person. I think positive. I always think like it ain't over till it's over. And so we come back, you know, the first half Drew Brees didn't play up to his standard, but the second half he played phenomenal, man. I mean, Drew Brees showed why he's a Hall of Fame type quarterback in that second half.
Yes.
And so I was impressed with how he played in that second half. I was impressed with our defense, how we started getting turnovers and stuff like that. But the thing was, we had a lot of miscues in that game. One miscue in the game where I thought that what could have changed the whole complexion of the game, and it wouldn't even got to the point where we up. What was up? 2 or 1?
1. We was up 1.
We was up 1
We
point.
hit the field goal.
Yeah,
we was up 1. You know what I'm saying? The third down play, what phenomenal play call by Sean Payton. You know, we threw the gimmick play to Willie Snead. And he tried to throw it to Kamara.
That's touchdown. He catches that.
If he catches that, that's touchdown. I feel like that was
That's touchdown.
game changing. I think that play right there was game changing. I feel like, you know, if we can do it all over again, if they can complete that pass, we don't even get to the point where
Not to mention when Drew Brees threw that pick to Ted Ginn and that ball fell short.
Right.
That's another one.
Right.
Ted Ginn catch that
but
ball.
I'm not going to go with that because that was so early in the game. You know what I'm saying? That was the first half. Sendejo made a hell of a play on the ball. You know, I know everybody was mad with Drew when Drew threw it, but I know why Drew threw it. Drew see his head turned backwards.
Yeah.
His head's not turned around. Yeah. So Drew I
would have threw it too. But I would have put more air under it and let him him run for the ball. The ball just fell short.
Right.
You know
but Drew, I understand why Drew threw the ball, but Sendejo made a hell of a play. Right. The one with Anthony Ball, somebody tipped it at the line. Anthony Ball catches it. So I wasn't like, you know, people got on Drew, man, what is Drew doing? I wasn't really mad with Drew for them 2 interceptions. It was great plays, and the second one was a good play, but it was a fluke to me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But the second half, man, he got surgical. He got surgical. I mean,
his story.
The 4th down and 8 play where he hits Teddy again on the sideline. I mean, just pinpoint accuracy on that play.
Right.
The play where they got Kamara matched up on, and I was talking about that last week. I was like, we gotta get Kamara matched up on a linebacker. They got him matched up with Kendricks.
Right.
They won the wheel route, the wheel route, and we scored a touchdown right there. Phenomenal play calling. We did a great job in the second half. Manti Te'o. I got to get the Manti Te'o, man. You know, this kid here came in with the Chargers as a highly drafted pick, and you know he had a lot of high expectations coming into the league. He didn't fill up to the bill with the Chargers. When we signed him this past offseason, a lot of people were like, why we getting Manti Te'o, blah, 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 blah. Manti Te'o, he played his tail off this year.
Right.
I mean, he led us in tackle. He led us in tackles on Sunday, and he had a sack. He had a tackle for loss. I mean, he played a hell of a game, good in a run game. Love the way Manti Te'o played. I think our defense got more comfortable in the second half. We made Casey Keenum very, very uncomfortable in the second half. He looked at like the Casey Keenum I know he is. Right. I mean, I know he threw for 300 yards, but most of that came in the first half.
That was not second half yards.
Right. Getting into the Marcus Williams play. You know, the game-winning touchdown. And that's my take on it. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Initially, when it happened, I was pissed. I was emotional. I was destroyed. I was drove. I was like, man, what the hell are you doing? Blah, blah, blah. I mean, I can't even tell you all the things that I said and was going through my mind when he missed that tackle. But when I came back to realization and I went back and looked at the replay and really started thinking like a football player.
Right.
And that's what
emotions
came to my mind.
out the equation.
This what came to my mind, bro. I think the rules that the NFL got in place played a factor into what Marcus Williams did.
Yes.
Because you got to think about it, bro. He clearly breaks on the ball. Had a phenomenal break on the ball. And you can clearly tell, if you go back and look at the replay, he stops and hesitates.
Yes.
Once he gets to Stephon Diggs and it's like he like, oh, I don't want to hit him.
He's too early.
Clearly he's thinking about either getting a targeting call or you're thinking about getting a pass interference call. Yes. And he kind of like tries to hold up, and then his momentum takes him, and that's why his head goes down, and then Stephon Diggs catches the ball and raises for the touchdown. And so, yeah, you know, to me, you're a professional. That can't happen. It's unacceptable. I'm not letting him off the hook.
Yeah, right.
I'm not letting him by no stretch of the imagination.
Hey, I agree with you. I agree with you, bro.
But just thinking about all the rules as set in place in the NFL.
It's getting to the receivers.
Every time somebody get hit, they call it targeting. You touch a receiver, they call pass interference. It's so many rules that's set in place right now in the NFL.
You got to pay attention to that game. The amount of calls, the pass interference call that was called on the game.
Yeah, they calling this game is like, I understand why Marcus Williams
did what he
did. You know what I'm saying? Nah. At the end of the day, you get paid millions of dollars.
Right.
You can't have that.
To me, I feel like this. You got to understand the situation. Yeah, you breaking on the ball. Hold up.
Right.
Let him catch the ball, make the tackle. We on to the NC Championship. We want to play in Philly. We in Philly cheesesteaks this week, leading to the NC Championship game. And so, you know, I'm not going to get on Marcus Williams, man. People got to realize, and then this is how I know a lot of people that was making comments about Marcus Williams ain't real Saints fans. People kept saying 43, number 43. Man, this kid been starting all year. This kid finished the season with 74 tackles,
4 picks,
5 interceptions, including the one in the playoffs. 5 interceptions. He had a phenomenal year. He was a nominee. I mean, he didn't make the Pro Bowl, but he was nominated to be as one of the Pro Bowl selections. This kid had a phenomenal season.
He did, bro.
And he's going to be a great safety for us going forward. So, you know, for people to say we need to cut him, we need to trade him away, and all of this, we're going too far. Listen, and I'll be the first to tell you, I was emotionally distraught when it all went down. I was drove. I was talking noise to these Viking fans in Mexico. I was mad. I didn't want to talk. I was hurt. Emotionally, I was hurt. I mean, I felt like I played in the game. I felt like a part of my soul left out of me when that play happened. But when they all come down, man, Marcus Williams is a great player.
Yes.
Leading to the draft, I remember because I evaluated and go hard far as like finding out what type of players we drafted. Man, this is a phenomenal kid. You go back to his history from high school to college to the pros. Man, the people that he's been around and his professors at Utah, his coaches at Utah, the training staff, the strength and conditioning coaches with the Saints and with Utah. All of them got nothing for phenomenal things to say about it. As a matter of fact, he trained in Arizona. I forgot the training facility he trained in Arizona, but I remember Jamal Adams. I think it was Jamal Adams, if I'm not mistaken. They was talking about the people that trained there. Matter of fact, Thomas, what his name is, that played at LSU, the cornerback. That went to O'Para Walker.
Hold on.
What you talking about?
No.
Anyway, his last name Thomas. Dwayne Thomas. Dwayne Thomas was kind of running it to me about, you know, what it was to like train with those guys with Jamal Adams and people like Marcus Williams out there in Arizona, because that's one of the best training facilities getting ready for the draft. And he was saying, like, man, Marcus Williams don't even curse. He's like, Marcus Williams, like, he's like, bro, he a stand-up guy. Like, this dude is mature beyond his dreams, dog. Like, he is that kind of dude. He's a good guy. And so that makes me feel like we are going way too hard on this kid. This kid just made 21 in September. This is a kid. And yeah, we hurt. Yeah, we mad. We had aspirations to go to the Super Bowl, you know, and everything like that. But we cannot let one play define this man's season and one play define the season that we had. We started off 0-2. A lot of people didn't even expect us to be what we was.
First of all,
right.
But we made it. We made it.
I thought we was going 9-7, scraping in the playoffs.
And I felt the same way. And my thing is, going forward, bro, I feel like this, man. The Saints are destined. You know, I thought it was this year, but apparently that wasn't in God's plans. I think that we're destined to win a Super Bowl before Drew Brees retires. We have a young secondary. We have a young receiving coach. We have a young backfield. We have a young offensive line. The sky's the limit for the Saints. We draft well and pick up the right key guys in free agency. I think the Saints are right back in this position next year, and we can for sure seal a deal this time and propel us to the Super Bowl, man. So what happened on Sunday, man? I was hurt. I'm mad. I'm not even watching football for the rest of the season. I might glance to the Super Bowl, but I'm done. But for the most part, I'm not really gonna be paying attention to it, bro. The Saints loss is over with. Marcus Williams, man, who that nation? Y'all gotta lay off the guy. I rock with him. He gonna be a phenomenal safety going forward.
I would say this.
Telling you,
we gotta think about the moment, the situation. I gotta tell people all the time. Listen, in playoff situation, and we get to this a little bit later on. Playoff situation, everything gets magnified times 50.
Times 50.
You know, we talk about postseason football. You know, Marcus Williams made he had, like we talked about, he had a phenomenal year. He just had one bad play. It was bad.
Right.
You know, I don't care how bad you want to put it.
It happened in the playoffs, and guess what?
Everything's magnified in the playoffs. Everything's magnified by 50. Now, here's how I look at this, because I listen to Shannon Sharp, and I listen to a lot of guys who talk sports, and he made a great point. I was thinking about this prior to even before he even said it. You know, I remember back, you know, maybe 2013 in that Denver Broncos and that Baltimore Ravens playoff run. And Raheem Moore, who was a second-round pick, at the time out of UCLA, was looking very promising, you know, coming out of UCLA, being the Denver Broncos. And he gives it that touchdown to Jacoby Jones that cost that team
in the AFC Championship.
In the AFC Championship game. And the Broncos didn't go to the Super Bowl. You see what I'm saying? And from that point on, a guy like Raheem Moore is no longer in the league. You know, some plays in postseason play. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be a duplicate for Marcus Williams. But what I am saying is, that guy had a promising career.
Right.
In certain situations, depending on how critical it is, some players
can't
shake back. Now, I'm not saying that's the case for Marcus Williams. But what I am going to say is at the end of the day, that when I think about his career as a Saint, or just in the future, he's either going to be an all-star caliber player
or
flop. It won't be one of those in-between situations. It's either he going to bounce back from this, and, you know, we're going to look at Marcus Williams and say, listen, this guy was an all-pro, and we never going to forget that play. But he can go beyond that play. He can have a great, you know, football career. Or that play will define him. You see what I'm saying? Now, at the present moment, we all frustrated and mad. I think we all need to get over it. He had a great game. He had a great season. But here's the facts, brother. You got to make up for that play.
Yeah, he does.
I need to see you at Toll Road. I need to see you at Children's Hospital. I need to see you in the community. Do something this offseason. When it comes next year, you know, obviously, when you look at his skill set, and when you're looking forward, I mean, he had such a great season. I mean, this team got a situation. Do you resign Vaccaro? I mean, could you drafted Von Bell last year? You got Marcus Williams in the fold now. Dalvin Rowe may be getting healthy. You may put him at defensive back. He has that kind of ability as far as being a free safety in this league. You see what I'm saying? But when you make a play like that underneath the lights.
Hold on, but I don't think Vaccaro a free safety, though. He was a strong.
He stays strong, but you can move Von Bell. I mean,
I move Von Bell over to the free safety because the dude can't tackle shit.
Listen. Kenny Vaccaro has played his last game with the Saints.
I think so too. I'm just saying.
We not bringing Kenny Vaccaro
I
back.
agree, but I'm just saying.
I think Kenny Vaccaro gonna get paid some X amount of dollars.
$10 million plus a season on average.
Listen, and he's not worth that. Let
him
walk. Like I said, Marcus Williams, I like him at free safety. I think he's gonna be a phenomenal player. If this was like in the latter part of his career, I'll be concerned about him going forward. He's a rookie, man. The guy just made 21, and the things you hear about him from his hometown to his college days to the people in the same facility,
it's not like,
they say this is a great character guy, man. That kid gonna be good going forward, man. And you could tell it's a brotherhood with that Saints team. So he gonna be good going forward. Von Bell, I like Von Bell, but I'm not high on Von Bell.
He just can't. I like Von Bell as a cover guy. I don't like Von Bell in the box.
Nah.
I like him as a free safety. He's a cover guy to me. He cover more than he tackle. Don't put him in the box. He's bound to get shooken and in a hole. He just missed too many tackles for me, point blank period. I mean, dude, you in the backfield. There was a play in that game where he was in the backfield on a 3rd down and 2. Mm-hmm. He was in the backfield and missed the tackle.
Tackling never coming in out of Ohio State. Tackling went in for a take. He was good against the pass.
Exactly.
And so, as strong safety, you have to be a sure tackler. Von Bell's not a sure tackler. I like him from an athletic standpoint, but as far as like being a sure tackler, I don't like him. But I think the Saints can do a good job of hiding that going forward, but we got to draft well, and we got to pick the key guys up at free agency going forward.
I would say that I got to agree with that. Ernest Harvey Jr. said he was too early on. He was early on the break to me.
How early you want him to be? I mean, you are taught when you see the ball come out your hand, you go down here and break on the ball. I mean, you want him to wait, hesitate, and then go? I mean, he did what he was supposed to do. I'm telling you, man, the guy hesitated. He thought about the rules. Either I'm going to get a targeting, or I'm going to get pass interference.
He was too much in his head. He was too much in his head.
I'm telling you what it was.
I think it was definitely a pass interference. I don't think so much about targeting, but I think he was definitely thinking. Because you got to think about
dog. He broke.
He was thinking about a spy foul.
But listen, dog. Listen, he broke on that ball so fast. He could have really got a targeting call. Because I'm telling you, he had shot downhill on Stephon Diggs. He could have really seriously power drived him into the ground. But you could tell, like
he was ducking it out of the way.
He once he got there, he held up.
You know why?
Right.
Because of the calls that
were being played during that game.
That
had an influence on that play.
It had an influence on that play, bro. Because there were a lot of bad calls in that game. I mean, like I said, the referees had some good calls, but the bad calls stuck out more. You know what
had on one play, you had Marshall Lattimore sticking Thielen. He was called for holding and passing.
I'm looking like, hold up. So it's like, and then you turn around, and you're not, us as an offense, we're not getting the same calls as Minnesota's offense. I'm sitting there looking, and I know people from on the screen heard me say it, because I said it loud. I cursed when I said it. But the referee, this black dude, the black referee standing there looking. Man, come over, hit Drew Brees in the helmet. And you looking. I thought last time I knew, if you hit a quarterback in the helmet inside the pocket, that's a personal foul to me. But they threw that same call, that same fact from Minnesota.
Yeah.
And what I'm saying is, if you're going to let the guys play, let them play. Stop throwing these referees. Hold on, let me look up into the camera. Referees, you're bad, and if you're going to let the guys play, let them play. Stop calling these old ticky-tack-ass fouls on one side of the field. And it's been going on all year with the Saints. All year.
But I'm not going to lie to you, bro. I don't get caught up into
I tried not to.
The antics of the refs and all of this, man. Yeah, it's bad calls. Yeah, I'm not like the Atlanta game. We had bad calls. But at the end of the day, that's not why we lost the game.
No.
That's not why we lost the game. Number one, we couldn't run the ball on them people.
True.
We could not run the ball on them people.
True.
We struggled running the ball against that front seven. We struggled. You know what I'm saying?
True.
The Saints figured out in the second half, with how to attack them in the passing game with some good round combinations, getting Kamara matched up against linebackers, chipping Everson Griffin when he trying to come up rush us on third down.
Mike Thomas will make some plays.
Mike Thomas made some plays. We did a good job of identifying when it was in man and things like that. So.
No doubt.
The refs, I hate when people bringing the refs into this. That's not why we lost this game. We lost this game.
I'm not saying that's why we lost. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is on that in particular play, he in his head because of the calls that if these guys let these guys play, most likely he wouldn't hesitate. Most likely he wouldn't have hesitated and have done that because he's thinking about the calls the referee is throwing all game.
You could tell the way he was leaning down in that play. He's leaning out to make sure he
doesn't touch stuff. And they were bad calls. So at the end of the day, yes, it's not the reason they lost, but I got to put it into play because now you're ticking into my mind factor now. You feel me? So it's not the reason they lost, but I can't just dismiss it.
Right.
Because you're watching your teammates getting flagged. You're watching Lattimore get flagged. You're watching Ken Crawler get flagged.
And these are bad calls. I'm not saying someone warranted, but these were bad calls.
Nah, I just wanted the comments, and I'm going to let you finish your thought, PJ. Denise Guidry said, I feel like that we're the black sheep of the NFL sometimes. And Brian Jenkins says, losing Pete was a big blow to the run game.
I agree.
I agree with that. I agree with that, bro.
And losing on Brandon Coleman.
Nah.
Let me tell you something.
In the one game?
Brandon Coleman was a big factor in running the ball to the outside. If you look at the plays. If you look at those plays, every time he ran to the ball to the outside, not in the hoop, to the outside, Brandon Coleman was there making a big block.
I'm not disputing that, but not having Brandon Coleman didn't decipher why we won or lost that game.
No, of course. I mean, losing Andrews Pete didn't either.
Yes, I feel having Andrews Pete was more of a parent on us not winning that game than Brandon Coleman. Pete was a phenomenal offensive lineman this year. Brandon Coleman was barely above water as a good receiver.
Andrews Pete.
Barely above water.
Andrews Pete. He was a good blocker. But let me tell you something. Andrew Pete got beat a lot of times on the line of scrimmage. A lot of his good plays, they pulled him.
They all do. Teron Armstead got beat sometimes. Teron Armstead, top 5 left tackle.
I'm not saying that.
You can't go off of that.
I'm not saying that.
I'm talking about consistency. And Brandon Coleman, from a consistent standpoint, Brandon Coleman was not consistent this year. Brandon Coleman had some big time fumbles and big time moments.
I'm not talking about
Brandon Coleman dropped some big time balls.
I'm not talking about as a catcher.
I'm talking
about as a blocker.
Blocking. He's a solid blocker. It's not like he's out there clearing the whole damn side of the field where he's at. He's not like that.
None of them are.
They got a lot of guys coming.
None of them are.
He's not a better blocker than Robert Meacham.
None of them are.
Robert Meacham probably was one of the best blockers the Saints ever had in the Sean Payton era.
I'm not comparing him to Robert Meacham. What I'm saying is
talking about this season. At least
this season for as the run scheme, he was an essential factor. Especially running to the ball to the outside.
Actually,
he was essential.
Castell said Coleman sprung most big runs.
Yes.
John Joel said Brandon Coleman is a blocking machine. Joshua Murdoch said he's right about Coleman in the run game.
I'm not listening.
But she also said Clemente was a huge drop off from Pete.
Listen. I'm not disputing that Brandon Coleman was not a good blocker. I'm saying that didn't determine, that wasn't a factor into why we didn't win the game or why we couldn't run the ball. That wasn't why.
I think it is.
Pete played more of a factor than Brandon Coleman. Because you think about it.
Offensive lineman, of course, he's supposed to play more of a factor.
I'm just saying, but you got to think about it. The Saints wouldn't really, and I was saying this leading up to the game, I thought we should have ran a lot of more run plays trying to get to the perimeter because it's too tough to run up the A gap, up the middle on these people with Lavelle Joseph and those guys sitting in the middle. So Pete is playing the guard position would have played a big factor today. Now, if we was getting to the perimeter, that's different. Then you could say Brandon Coleman. Yeah.
I said for the run game, I ain't say the inside, not the gaps. I'm saying toward the outside. He was essential.
Yeah,
he was essential for the outside run, right?
We couldn't even get to the outside, so it didn't even matter.
Know why? Because you didn't have Brandon Coleman making those big blocks there.
Man, you gotta block that front seven to get to the outside.
If I got Brandon Coleman on the line,
They don't have him on the line.
No, not on the line, but you know what I'm saying.
He's probably in the slot.
He in that slot position. He's close to that line,
Man,
and he springs guys out to the outside, bro.
Man,
I mean,
look,
it's
Brandon
that simple.
Coleman was a good blocker. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to downplay that he was not a good blocker. I'm saying that is not why we couldn't run the ball. That's not why we couldn't run the ball. We couldn't run the ball because their front seven is legit, and we couldn't run the ball because Clemente is a drop off from Pete.
True.
That's facts. That's facts. And Lavelle Joseph and Hunter and Everson Griffin and Anthony Ball and those guys, them guys are tough.
Yeah,
them guys tough. Brandon Coleman couldn't have made a difference in none of that.
Me personally,
none of that.
I think, me personally, that's me personally. I think if Andrew People still in that game, we still couldn't run the ball. Because his best blocks were if he on that, I mean, I seen the games like y'all did. If he on that line of scrimmage, I give it a 6 out of 7 times he getting beat. His best blocks.
Nah, I ain't go that far, man. P had a good year.
His best blocks.
Nah, P had a good year.
Yes, when they was pulling him, they was pulling him and getting him to the outside. But if he stood in that guard position, he was getting beat. He was getting beat.
I'm not saying Pete never got beat because every offensive lineman get beat.
At some point,
you know what I'm saying? But Pete had a really good year. Pete had a really good year.
Look, I'm not disputing that he didn't have a good year. I'm not disputing that. But at the end of the day, as far as the run game, I'm just saying for the run game, Andrews Pete I'm just saying for me personally, wouldn't have a run blocker. He was more of a passing blocker because every time he made a big run stop, made a big run block, they pulled him. I mean, facts. I mean, I'm just saying. I'm just going on what I see. Every time he made a big running block, they pulled him. If he was on that line, he was getting beat. Now he's a good pass protector.
I'm gonna read Ashley Castillo comments. She said Okafor may have been one of our biggest losses this year, which I probably agree. Alex Okafor, I mean, what that guy did on third downs and getting to the quarterback, I mean, it really freed up Cameron Jordan, and she makes a great point about that.
Yep.
And she also says Coleman blocks on the perimeter, runs, when we make big runs. But I would say this, Alex Okafor, I wasn't deeply high when we signed him. You weren't deeply high when we signed him.
But he showed me wrong.
Man, he proved a lot of people wrong.
He showed me wrong.
And on third downs and getting to the quarterback, man, listen, I like Trey Hickerson, but obviously he couldn't really duplicate what Alex Okafor was doing.
We lost that because we couldn't get off the field third downs. Third down conversions, bro. We could not get off the field, especially in the first half.
Especially the second half, they did better. In the first half, they could not get off the field to say they lied.
Not get off the field.
I also feel like Cameron Jordan had a hell of a game.
Oh, man.
Had a hell of a game, man. That dude up, man. They might as well put his jersey up in the raffle right now. Bro. I mean, that's how good Cameron Jordan has been, and that's how consistent he is, and that's how durable he is. The kid has never missed a game with the Saints since he got drafted. And so I think that got to be one of our priorities going into the draft and free agency. Man, we got to put somebody on the opposite side of Cameron Jordan, man, to be able to rush that passer and be able to get to that quarterback.
Yes.
Well, Cameron is not all on Cameron Jordan. And I think Sheldon Rankins and Tyler Davidson and Anyamata, all them boys, they going to fall into place. But we got to have another premier pass rusher coming off that edge. That got to be the focus in the first round. It got to be.
Well,
it got to be.
Obviously, we know we put to have Nick Fairley this year, obviously, but due to hard clock, we didn't have Nick. Imagine this defense
with Nick Fairley on.
With Nick Fairley still been able to play this year. If he was able to continue his football career, I mean,
at the end of the day, for me personally,
wow.
I was heartbroken behind this loss, but I got to commend this team for the resiliency that they went through this year to get so far the way. Hey, bro, look, when we went. Listen, we had a lot of players out going into the playoffs. And we still keeping up with teams, bro. We still was always in the hunt, always in the fight to at least win the game. Mm-hmm. At least win the game. Mm-hmm. Well, all the injuries we had, bro, that's remarkable, bro. So imagine if we had our starters on, it'd be 09 again. We blow them. I mean, damn near. I ain't saying like, but it's damn near 09.
Yeah, this football, man, injuries gonna happen. You gotta expect that. But Jerome Wilson, he says, "Wow, 10 seconds from last Sunday has changed this whole FanView convo. If we would have won it, we would be talking about the Super Bowl. it still hurt that we had a great season. Agreed. John Jules said we need one more defensive end and a tight end. I agree. I actually think that we should go out the DN, a pass rushing DN in the first round. We got that. I think that's priority.
Yes.
Tight end.
Yes.
We need to go second or third round. I actually think.
They got
linebacker. I think we need a Mike or a Will linebacker.
I would say a Will, bro.
Before the tight end. That's just my opinion, but the linebacker, tight end, and defensive end is obvious. That's the three necessities that we need going into the next season.
Now the question is this: when we say pass rush, what position? DN, D tackle, outside linebacker?
DN. Ashley Costello says, and it's a he, by the way.
Oh, okay.
It's not a woman.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
My barrier looks, I can't get on my people today. You feel me?
Yeah. He says, what y'all think about keeping Bro? I think what the Saints did. And I talked to a lot of people about this in the barbershop. They were saying, Bro could have came back, but the Saints kept him out and this and this and this. And I'm going to tell you what I'm hearing from inside sources about the whole Devin Bro situation. I heard, and I'm not saying this is true. This is what I heard. Mm-hmm. They said that Devin Bro could have came back. He was ready to come back. And the Saints kind of found a way not to let him come back because they was afraid that he was going to come back and have a good season, and then they was going to have to pay him.
Because he's a free agent coming up. So not letting him play, so now you can't set market value. Well, we got to pay you $6-7 million a year.
Right.
So now next year, they're going to be able to pay him, sign him to dirt cheap. So I think,
I'll be honest with you, that's not the first time they've done this.
I mean,
right. But I actually think that they did the Willie Snead this year. I actually think Willie Snead was on the bad end of the stick for getting receptions this year because they knew Willie Snead is a pretty good receiver, and that Willie Snead would have had the season he had the last 2 years. They got to pay him. It's a business at the end of the day.
Right.
It's a business at the end of the day. Do I agree with it? Hell no. But I think that's what's going to happen. So I think they get Willie Snead for dirt cheap, and I think they get Devin Bro for dirt cheap, and I think we get both of them to come back next year to make us even more formidable.
Well, I would say this is not the first time they've done it. The Saints have listen, every organization does this in some form. Every team is going to look at their cap. Right. And the Saints, who don't know, Saints have about $31 million in cap room. Obviously, the biggest free agent on this team is number 9. So at the end of the day, you look at the situation, you're saying, okay, we made it to the playoffs, we're in the second round, and guess what? If we can make a run, then guess what? We already know market value for a quarterback. What, 39 or not?
we know the market value. Of a quarterback.
Of a quarterback. This market value is about somewhere around $25 million. It is what it is. We got $31 million in cap room. Well, this is gone. You see what I'm saying? So therefore, from a business perspective, every organization does this at some point in time. You see what I'm saying? Now the Saints had the Cleveland Browns cap money, which is near $100 million. Mm-hmm. Hey, everybody play. Yeah. Everybody play. Yeah. We can write a check.
But the key gonna be is Drew gonna take that home team discount? Or is he going to try to break the bank and get $22-23 million? Right. And I feel like this, man. I don't know Drew Brees personally, but I think he knows he just made 39 years old. He knows the sand is kind of running out the jump.
Right.
And he knows this is a very talented team. And he knows that they need to add a few pieces like a pass rusher. Jerome, we on the same page. That's the number one priority.
We got Hurricane Henson. Jimmy Graham coming back.
We gotta get a pass rusher. But
that would be a bad move.
If the Saints could get Drew Brees to take I think he got paid $25 million this year. 24. Man, if you could just take half of it off,
right?
Take about 12 to 13. I even pay him 15. Take that off and give us that leeway where we can go out and sign a pass rusher or another tight end,
another linebacker or something like that. Or retain Ted Ginn because Ted Ginn they signed maybe a 1-year deal. I don't think it was a 2-year deal. You got to re-sign that.
I like Ted Ginn.
I like Ted Ginn, but I also do think do think you could replace him in the draft.
I agree.
I'm just saying.
I agree because he is Ted Ginn about 31.
Because I do think we need another speedy receiver to take this top off this defense. To take a top off of defense. I do think we need that extra speed on our offense.
Right. Now I'm gonna get to some of these comments right quick. And I think my producer's telling me we got a video call, but I'm gonna get to some of these comments first right quick. Jarrett Carey said we have no second round pick. It was traded for Kamara. So they're going to the draft, folks. Look at that. We have no second round pick this year. Okay. Cameron Wilson said Cam can't do it by himself. Imagine if we had a pass rusher or a will linebacker with him. Trouble. Facts. Clarence Young, I think that they need to keep what we have and just add a few more pieces. True. And Jerome Wilson also says, I have never seen a QB, Case Keenum, have that much time in the pocket. I could have completed passes out there.
I mean, we got
first half. He did. He had a lot of time in the pocket. I mean, it was first half.
We got $30 million to play with, and so Drew.
31.5. I looked at it this morning. 31.5.
Yeah. So $20 million, man. He can't get that, man. We gotta give him. Drew gotta take that $12 million from 12 to 10. That range.
You know the average rating for a quarterback? Man, Drew Brees got
money, man. But listen, you gotta have your mind. Man, how much Drew Brees and Mason has been in the league?
Drew Brees got all this, man.
How much Drew Brees and Mason has been in the league?
He got money, dog.
You know what? I should have did that before I came on the show. I should have tallied up
all the
money he made. You know, then he all the Jimmy Johns. Come on, man.
You got money,
he
man.
breaking the bank, man.
Let's do this.
Come on, man. He breaking the bank. And he get a nice tax write-off with all them kids he got. I mean, come on, man. So he need to take a whole team discount. Either you trying to win
or you ain't.
Or you not. Come on, man. If you're not trying to win, retire and let us move on.
Here's the deal. In the past 7 years, he's made about $107 million. Obviously, he had the $100 million deal for 5 years, and in the last 2 years, he got $24 million each. Okay. So we're talking about $148 million in the past 7 years. You can practically say it's all guaranteed because obviously he's paid every game with every Pro Bowl selection. They got every accolade.
So he basically got all his money.
He got every nickel.
He basically got all his money.
He got every nickel. But
and the system made sure he got every nickel.
I think he should have one of these Tom Brady deals now. Where Tom Brady gets one of these contracts where he sacrificed for the organization, right, to make sure guys stay in New England, or make sure that the organization can do what they think they need to do to keep guys in this organization, this team. And I think he's reached that point where if it's time to win and it's about winning, then one of those type of deals need to come into play. Obviously, we all know that Tom Brady is not breaking the bank cap-wise in the New England Patriots. He hasn't been that way for some time now.
All right. And that's why
that's how they're able to keep a Devin McCourty, and how they're able to keep a guy like Vince Wilfork for so long, and have a lot of guys coming in and out of the organization. Dante Hightower is now a familiar name. Right. That's how they're able to keep a Gerard May when he was playing. They was able to keep a lot of guys, on their team because he doesn't take the majority of the cap. You see what I'm saying? But I think he may have reached that point where, okay, listen, Drew, guys are coming up, guys coming due. I think re-signing Ted Ginn is important because he stretched the field a little bit.
Yes. But it depends on what Ted Ginn wants to get paid. Ted Ginn, he had a good season.
Right.
He had a great season. I ain't gonna lie. You really overachieved because you really. I never see you catch the ball at a consistent rate like you did this year. So don't come out here thinking you're gonna get $6-7 million a year. Come back for the little $2 million. Maybe three. And go about your business. Right. Go about your business. You know what I'm saying? But
we could deal with you in the draft, boy.
Right. John Jules said, do you think we would drive at quarterback or we would groom Hill? And I guess he's talking about the third string quarterback.
First of all, Hill ain't it.
Chase Daniels got a more of a chance than him.
Right.
But I do think we need to drive a quarterback. That's what I'm hoping. And I seriously, I thought about this, and a lot of people didn't agree with me what I was saying. Different people I was talking to that Saints fans. I honestly think that we need to really consider drafting Baker Mayfield. I really think
you're using your first round selection. So what you just said prior, you got to delete that off the table. That's a first round selection.
I think that if he tests well and we really work him out,
you make that move.
And Sean Payton thinks he's legit. Sean Payton gotta like it. Right. Just like when he went and worked out Kamara privately, he went worked out Pat Mahomes privately, and he really liked him.
He was taking Pat Mahomes.
He signed suit. He was like, man, look, they're legit. If Sean Payton said they're legit,
make the move.
Make the move. So that has to happen though. So I'm gonna be at the Senior Bowl. So I'm gonna be able to be up close and personal. What I'm asking some questions. I kind of got to get to know him a little bit. The man at camp the last 2 years, right? And the kid is a competitor, right? Yeah. He has his little wild side where he likes to get full and do things like that. But who doesn't? Who doesn't? Man, nobody's perfect. But the thing about him, he's a competitor. He's a leader, and his story. I love his story. Kid walked on at Texas Tech. walked on in Oklahoma, balled out, did his thing. I think if he could come to the Saints next year, let him sit behind Drew for a year or two. Let him learn how to be a pro.
Right.
I think he could be a great guy in that system, and Sean Payton can groom him to be our future going forward. So I think we need to really consider bigger midfield, bro.
I would say this, and I've watched college football. People know me. I watch college football dearly, and I watch quarterbacks, and I watch, from the style of play that they play, and what system at the pro level will make sense for them. Baker Mayfield in the Saints style of play makes sense, not just because of his height, but the way Baker Mayfield wants to throw the football. He throws the ball in windows. He throws the balls in gaps.
Yeah, he does.
Which the same thing Drew Brees likes to do. And the same in gaps, throw the ball in windows, and it's all about timing. Again, a guy like Josh Rosen, a guy like Sam Darnold may not work here because of the way they play the quarterback position.
I don't want Sam Darnold. Listen.
Listen, it wouldn't work.
I don't want Sam Darnold. I don't want Josh Rosen. I don't want any of those guys.
Yes.
Baker Mayfield, I feel like he would fit.
In that Sean Payton system,
he would fit the New Orleans swag. He would fit it.
Right.
Like he would be right at home. Now we probably would have to keep him away from Bourbon Street for a little bit. and groom him to know how to conduct himself.
So you gonna put him in Mandeville?
I'm just saying.
Put him in North Shore.
We gotta put him. Maybe I put him in Armine and Destrand. That's where a lot of Saints players live.
Right.
Because when he find out he could come in New Orleans and walk around with a drink in his hand, and it's legal, I don't know what Baker Mayfield might do. So but we gotta make sure he's here under Drew Brees and let Drew Brees groom him. I think he would turn out to be a phenomenal quarterback.
I like when Kevin Kibbert, he asked us this question here: who y'all let walk next year? Like this, if you refer to
Kenny Vaccaro.
You
out of here.
He's the first one.
I'm holler at you.
He's the first one to walk.
You did your due diligence. Get out of here. Go sign with somebody. Let somebody else overpay for you.
At the end of the day, the safety position now is demanding about $10 million a season. Here's the facts, folks. He's the highest rated one coming up this offseason. The next one behind him is Nate Allen, and Eric Reed. Which I don't think those guys are gonna command that much, but
now Eric Reed,
I would love to come at him.
I think the market not gonna be as high because a lot of teams not gonna want to sign him because how he kneel for the flag and we believe in. So we might be able to get him for dirt cheap. You never know. Jimmy Chase says, "Well, who do you think we're gonna get with the second pick?" So we don't have a second round.
We don't have a second round.
We got third round, right?
Yeah, we got a third round pick, but that's kind of
third. Like we got it. I'm thinking tight end or linebacker. Tight end or linebacker has to be the necessity.
It depends on what position you address with that first pick. If we take a Baker Mayfield with that first pick, then obviously
I'm going for tight end.
I'll be looking at tight end at the third round selection.
And the reason why I say that because I just think that pass rusher is the number one priority going into this offseason. So if we pick Baker Mayfield in the first round, we need to get a veteran pass rusher in free agency. Right. And then you take a tight end. And then you take a tight end or a linebacker in the third and the fourth round. You know what I'm saying? Jerome Wilson said, we need to put Baker Mayfield in a house with Drew. I like that idea.
Twisted.
Man, Drew got too many kids, man. I don't know if Baker Mayfield handle that.
Come on.
Man, she got too many kids. Drew got 4 or 5 kids? 4. He cutting up.
You got 4.
You got 4. He cutting up, man. Ain't no prophecy.
None.
Ain't nothing. You can't walk around in your drawers. You ain't walk around in your drawers when kids running around, man. Ain't like his kids growing. I think his oldest, 9, 8?
Not at all.
Man,
but I think Baker Mayfield is probably, if he's still on the board, at that time, obviously, a lot of teams picking the top 10 gonna be reaching. Teams like the Cardinals, they need a quarterback. Maybe reaching, depending on what they're selecting at. Obviously, we know the Giants gonna probably be taking the quarterback. So there gonna be some teams ahead of the Saints that are in need for that position. So be mindful that he may just not fall. Some team may fall in love with him too. So it's a situation where they're gonna have to. It's either Josh Brown out of Wyoming, Rosen, and Donald. Whoever the fourth guy is selected is gonna fall. Mm-hmm. And you want it to be Baker, but that may not be the case. Some other team at that level, at maybe 5th or 10th overall, saying I fell in love with Baker, and one of them guys fall. But I wish it was Baker Mayfield.
Well, y'all don't think we should just that's on not draft, but that sign not a veteran, but
one of these guys come after a 3-year deal,
right? You know what I'm
saying?
Like
an AJ McCarron or somebody that didn't know.
It just depends, man. It just depends, bro.
What if like a Case Keenum come off?
Well, Case Keenum's a free agent.
Exactly. Don't you think? He fits our style of play too. If you look at the way he plays, I mean, don't get me wrong, he has his issues, but he's still a kind of young guy. You know, I mean, you sit him under Drew Brees for a year or two, and sign him. Say, you know what, you done pretty good.
But here's the thing with Case Keenum. Obviously, him being started since the week 5 and now being in the postseason,
he's gonna want to start again.
He's gonna want to start again.
I mean, of course.
I don't think so. I think Casey Keenum, he knows what he is. Be realistic with yourself. Did you not watch the Hard Knocks when they had
with the Rams?
With the Rams, him and his wife. They understand he's the overachieving in life. They understand. They can look in the check. Be real with yourself. Become one with yourself.
I mean, cause my thing is
take whatever kind. Look, he gonna get a lot of money as being a backup. He's not a starter. He's not a starter.
What about Terry Bridgewater?
What about him?
Do you sign Bridgewater?
Well, that's something. I mean, you don't know because they don't have enough to go off of with Teddy Bridgewater.
Right, you know what I'm saying?
Sam Bradford playing good before. I mean, he tore our ass up the first week 1. Right. You know what I'm saying? So you don't know. I know Casey Keenum is not a starting quarterback in the NFL.
Correct.
He's not.
He's a backup.
Like, because if he because he was, his name would be coming up with the Broncos.
Right.
That's all the Broncos are missing. A quarterback.
A Sam Bradford or Kirk Cousins.
Because rumors are coming out that they're saying if the Saints play around and be stupid, the Broncos will throw a lot of money at Drew Brees.
I don't blame him.
And John Elway has that kind of money and charisma to be able to lure him now. So we better not be stupid and let Drew Brees go to the AFC and go down, mess around with the Super Bowl with that kind of defense. And them receivers he got over there.
Drew just came out publicly and said, hey, listen, obviously he's staying in the waters. But Denver Broncos are probably gonna be talking to Kirk Cousins or Sam Bradford. You never know. I mean, John Elway may trade for Eli for a season or 2. Hey, that's what he's at with that. But
I think Eli can fit their system in Denver.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think Eli.
But I mean, again, the jury's still out on Bridgewater. But you can get Bridgewater, that guy you could probably sign as a free agent for the low and be here a season or 2 and say, listen, pending injury, hey, look, you're not playing. You get the time to learn the system. You see what I'm saying? And that's in case if you're looking at the draft and you're saying, okay, listen, a guy like Baker Mayfield may not be there. Some of these guys gonna go early, and I don't have the resources to reach. I go sign a Teddy Bridgewater and say, okay, look, I'm gonna give you a 2-year deal. You and Chase battle this out. You and Chase battle this out. If you can beat Chase, listen, this is up for you. But if you can't beat him, I say you don't belong in this league anyway. You see what I'm saying? And I look at it that way too.
Me personally, I think Chase Daniel beats out Teddy Bridgewater. I mean, I think he's okay. I just don't.
Hold up. Case Keenum you talking about?
No,
Bradford?
No.
Bridgewater.
Beat out.
Yeah, man. Listen, I think Casey Keenum on a 1-year deal because he was with the Rams last year.
Yeah, he's a free agent.
Like
all 3 of them are free agents. All 3 of them.
That's what I'm saying. Casey Keenum,
No. I'm saying I think.
You think Teddy Bridgewater lose a quarterback battle to Chase Daniels?
Yeah. No, I think Chase Daniels beats
Teddy Bridgewater.
And a quarterback.
I don't know. It's left to be seen.
I just think
that's about I probably would take.
I just think Teddy Bridgewater, his only advantage to me is his feet. He has a.
Nah, Teddy. I like Teddy Bridgewater. Do I think he's
I just think
a
franchise quarterback?
No.
I don't know. The jury's still out on that.
No,
you know what I'm saying? But I like him. You know what I'm saying? But Jerome asks, what tight end would we take? I personally like the tight end from Penn State, Mike Gesicki or something like that. I like him. I think he'll be good in our offense. I also like the kid. Now I haven't seen a lot of film on him, but I've seen a lot of highlights. The kid from South Dakota State, Dallas Goedert. I think I'm pronouncing his name right, but he's from South Dakota State, Dallas Goedert, and I like him. What I've seen on film, I think he'll be a good addition to our team. Coby Fleener is just not the answer.
No.
He's just not in sync with Drew Brees. It's been going dated back to last year. I do think we need to keep Josh Hill as a second tight end is good.
Right.
And so we got to get a tight end. And if you don't like any of those tight ends in the draft, we need to get one in free agency.
That's it. I mean, from people that know, Jimmy Graham's going to be a free agent upcoming this year. And again, I like to have him back in the Saints uniform if opportunity presents itself. But I would say that looking at the upcoming NFL draft, the tight end position wasn't like it was last year. It wasn't that fruitful. That makes sense?
Right.
You had a O.J. Howard. You have an Evan Ingram. You see what I'm saying? That was a fruitful,
Evan Ingram, I thought we were going to take him too.
You know, obviously the kid out of Miami that went to the Cleveland Browns. You see what I'm saying? It was a fruitful tight end draft. In this upcoming draft, I mean, crying out loud, Jake Buck don't tear ACL. Jake Buck's a second and third round pick out of Michigan.
Out of Michigan.
You know, so it was a fruitful tight end draft. This upcoming draft may not be as fruitful at the tight end position, so you may start looking at the free agency and saying, what can you address there? But what I'm getting at is, don't see it as it's a position of upgrade, but the availability of the position is not really available.
But a lot is going, you know, like Sean Payton is big on, which I think that our scouting department has gotten better in the last few seasons because we've been hitting on our draft picks. Prior to that, we've been just abysmal.
Thank you, Jeff Allen.
Right. And so,
but you bet not pick a
and so I think these tight ends that's coming out, you know what I'm saying? I think we gonna like
hit on.
We gonna
not hit, but
I think we gonna evaluate them to the fullest to make sure we get the right kid. Like, or the kid from Oklahoma, Mark Andrews. I think that kid. I think he probably is the number one. I don't know if Mel Kiper got it ranked there, but I think Mark Andrews probably the best tight end in the college from Oklahoma.
Right.
And then I think the kid from South Dakota State, Dallas Goedert, I think he's second. And then you got the kid Ian Thomas from Indiana. You got Mike Gesicki from Penn State. But the kid a lot of people talking about that they think is the best tight end in the country, but a lot of people not big on it coming out of college because he's about to turn 24 years old. Is the kid Aiden Hurst from South Carolina. Right. A lot of people like him, but he's about to turn 24 years old. So now you're thinking about, man, this kid's got a lot of wear and tear on his body.
But not just
he's
that.
old and stuff like that.
You want to get maybe 3 or 4 years of use.
Right. I mean, going off NFL standards. So I think what the Saints need to do, you know, go to the combine, evaluate them, go to the Senior Bowl, bring them into our private workouts. Make sure these kids, these dudes can move like you want them to move. Do a heavy evaluation on them, and make sure they gonna fit our system.
Right.
And if you feel like this is a question mark, go in free agency and make a play on one of these tight ends in free agency. I don't know who was a free agent out of the tight ends, but that's what
skimmed that.
we
I
gotta
remember
do.
all the biggest standout was Jimmy. He's gonna be upcoming. But again, what's available right now coming at that position is not gonna be, you know, fruitful like it was maybe last season. Sometimes because of the position that it is. You know, you're going to have to pick your poison when you're going to take that. You know, that's why sometimes you've seen guys like the Giants and sometimes teams like the Buccaneers last year, you know, they moved up. You know what I'm saying? A team like Cleveland, they moved up and got a guy because this season was a fruitful year to get one of those guys. This year may not be as fruitful to get a guy. So
this is not
a tight end.
A tight end heavy draft.
Heavy draft. Or free agency for that matter.
But I do believe one of those guys that's like, in the top 5 coming into this draft for tight end. Somebody gonna go into the right system and prevail and be good. You know what I'm saying? It's just about getting them in the right system.
Like Pittsburgh tight end. I think Jesse James. Jesse James. You know, I forgot what exactly what round he was picked in, but he was in the high selection. Doing your due diligence and picking a guy like that, you know, it could become fruitful. Jared Carrier said, what other quarterbacks out there could have come back down 17 points against the number 1 defense? Drew Brees made them look ordinary. Facts. Alex Smith said, I need people to stop blaming the rookie. We all know Sean Payton made some dumbass decisions in that game.
That was a bad call.
Drew Brees only got us in field goal position one time in the first half, and players that were on the field should have not have been out there like no linebackers, you know. Hashtag Madman the big fan. Akeem Kimber. What about Melvin Ingram or Jarvis Landry? I think Jarvis Landry's too high. I think if you could get a Melvin Ingram for the low, that's
Melvin Ingram is somebody I thought I want us to trade from him from South. He went to South Carolina, and he with the Chargers. If we can
make
him,
that move,
I would love to see it.
That's
but how much he gonna cost? But how much he gonna cost?
Same thing with Jarvis Landry. People don't understand. I've been following Jarvis Landry. He wants a very similar deal to what Devontae Adams just got from the Green Bay Packers, a 4-year deal, $58 million, $17 million guaranteed. He wants a very similar deal. Facts. Here's the facts, folks. We didn't draft Jarvis Landry that year.
Not for that money.
We took Stanley John Baptiste, and we paying for it.
In the second round.
And we paying for it. That's what that's going to boil down to. You know what I mean? We took Brandon Cooks over Calvin Benjamin, and we took Stanley John Baptiste over Jarvis Landry. Jarvis Landry ain't giving nobody no discounts.
I wouldn't either.
Jarvis Landry trying to get paid, and he gonna get paid. Whether it's Miami,
he deserve it.
He deserves it.
Exactly. I won't cut you no slack.
So again, a high profile name, but again, that's for a team who has cap room, like the 49ers.
That's why I think
that's a destination.
That's
you got Jimmy Garoppolo. You resign Garoppolo. You get a Jarvis Landry out there. You got a top pick. You take yourself a running back. Maybe you don't keep a Carlos Hyde. Right. That's a situation for him. But so in New Orleans, again, $31 million in cap room. Drew Brees is a premier quarterback, and you expect someone 20 plus.
And he's gonna take at least 3/4 of that. If that,
3/4 of that money, 3/4 of that money is accounted for.
Yep.
Depending on if he want to take one of these Brady discounts.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Exactly.
If you want to take one of these Brady discounts, then we can stop naming anybody who has a profile who's young. Anybody who's on that second year deal out of the NFL draft who's still young, like a Jarvis Landry.
Right.
Again, Elvin Ingram, part of the same draft class.
Right.
And can you get that guy for low? Maybe, maybe not. You see what I'm saying? You'd have to trade for that guy in this previous year and see what you can do. You see what I'm saying? But other than that, it's going to be very difficult to sign some of those guys because, again, we don't have that much cap room. Some of this money is allocated. We looking at guys like the Eric Reeds. We're looking at guys like that. Maybe a Nate Allen, a defensive, back, who's an older player. We're looking at older veteran players who may get released, who are not young anymore, who can come in and play for two. I'm gonna use his name as an example, like a Deshaun Jackson, a guy who's been in the league 10 seasons, who is not gonna command $7 to $10 million a season as a rider. A guy who can command maybe $3 to $5 million.
But can't come here and produce.
He can give you 50 catches, 70, 700 yards, maybe 6-7 touchdowns, depending on who the situation in the quarterback situation.
And plus, he's a match.
He's a matchup nightmare. If you can't re-sign the tag again in Tampa Bay, he releases him. That's a guy you can bring in here, and if you can get him for the right money, you can fit him in. But you can't, as the organization right now, based upon cap reason, you can't target a guy who's 24, 25 years old at the receiver position. You about to pay a premium, especially if you're talking to Jarvis Landry, who's averaged, since that year, probably the most receptions out of all those players. You're not getting it. Now, 49ers, we're going to open a checkbook.
Right.
You got Garoppolo here. That was up.
Well, I'm going to go with I want to kind of downshift for a second and go back to what something Madman was saying when our commenters. Everybody is kind of down on this man at
Marcus Williams.
Everybody's kind of down on this guy, but you know what? Madman has a point. I don't think he should be even put in that position.
I'm high on him.
Huh?
I'm high on Marcus.
It's
just a critical player.
It was unacceptable. It was unacceptable what he did.
This is what I'm saying.
But I'm high on him.
This is what I'm saying. You got 10 seconds left in the game. You have 4 diamond.
Why?
You have 4 diamond, 2 linebackers, 2 corners, 2 safeties.
Why? I had Mike Thomas out there.
You in the wrong format. If you're not trying to bring pressure, you in the wrong format.
You know what, Patrick? I agree with that.
You're in the wrong format.
If you're not trying to get to the quarterback play, then this needs to be quarters. This needs to be a prevent. This needs to be a situation where
you didn't have 2-3 linemen, 2 cornerbacks, 2 safeties, and 3 let's just say other cornerbacks or
defensive backs.
I got 3 at the first down marker. I got my back 3 safeties.
I may have 1 linebacker on the field. 3 down linemen, 1 linebacker, and the rest defensive backs.
That's it.
I got 3 down linemen, 1 linebacker, and I got 7 defensive backs on this play. And the goal is to guard the solid. And at the end of the day, what I'm coaching is, at the end of the day, I don't want any pass interferences. And what I'm trying to coach is, I can't have any touchdowns. No penalties, no touchdowns. If you catch the ball, so be it.
So be it. And don't get me wrong, it wasn't a bad call. The defensive call wasn't a bad call, but I just think he could have put, the coaching staff could have put their defense in a better position with a better play.
Nah, I don't agree with that, man.
Look what you do.
Listen. We clearly in. From what I saw, it looked like we in a cover 2, and it depends on how you run your cover 2.
Right.
Crawler like he's sinking with his man. Yeah. Whoever's in his area, he's sinking with him. They ran out with Rudolph. They ran another out with Jarvis Wright, and then they ran like a circle with Stephon Diggs. And so Marcus Williams is the back line defense. He's in that cover 2. And he played it right.
He just whipped on it.
He got to make the tackle, man. I'm not going to go and say Dennis Allen called this wrong.
No.
I'm not going to go because
I didn't say it was a wrong call. I didn't say that. All I was saying was it could have been a better call.
A better call like what?
You have more people on the back end. Don't get me wrong. Listen. After he whiffed the tackle, he's got free. And if you have at least another third defender in the backfield, you got a shot.
Nah, man, look.
Maybe not.
Y'all got to think about this, man. Y'all talking about y'all want more defenders in the back. You need people. They ran 3 underneath routes. You got to have people playing the sideline. If you got people back there, there's nobody going to play the sideline, so they're going to get an easy pass to the sideline, and now they get out of bounds to kick the field goal.
If anything, you're looking at, you have to get at least 30 yards to get in field goal position. I can't let you running underneath route.
Dude, if Jarvis Wright would have, listen, because we went over the scenario.
Okay.
If Jarrett, just say he would have threw the ball to Jarvis Wright, the field goal would have been like a 52, 53 yarder. If Rudolph would have caught it, it'd have been like a 57, 58 yarder. If Stephon Diggs would have caught it out of bounds, it'd have been like a 51 yarder. So, at the end of the day, they still was in range to kick a field goal. So, y'all talking about.
I would much rather you kick a 56-yard field goal or 57-yard field goal.
Walk in the end zone.
Then I'm just saying.
Man, it's easier said than done. It's easier said than done until you're in that situation. I'm telling you, I have no problem. Listen, I have no problem with the defense that we ran. We had Crawley underneath. Crawley sunk with Jarvis Wright like he was supposed to. Casey Keenum saw that. He throws to Stephon Diggs. Marcus Williams did what he was supposed to do. It come down. He just didn't make the play. That's what it came down. I think we overthinking it and trying to say, we should have called this. Because get what? You'd have said we should have had more defenders back, and then they'd have threw a pass and got out of bounds, and they kicked a 52-yarder and made the field goal. You know what everybody was saying? Man, why we ain't have more people toward the sideline? Well, you couldn't have more people toward the sideline because you wanted more defenders deep. You got to think about it. They're not thinking. Okay. Having more defenders deep, you thinking about, they got to throw a Hail Mary. Or, they got a timeout. They trying to get into the middle of the field or whatever. Man, they ain't have no timeouts. You're playing the sideline. What do you need defenders back for? We played the right defense. Marcus Williams got to make that play.
No.
That's what it all come down to.
At the end of the day,
he got to make that play.
At the end of the day, we're reciting the play that obviously we know the outcome.
Yeah,
I mean, the problem is the outcome is it's a walk-in touchdown. It's like, man, my fucking goodness. But and if you was a guy who's letting the ball anywhere else in the world watching this game, you're like, I can't believe this shit.
I just don't think we have linebackers in the game at that point if you're not trying to bring the pressure.
Look, like one of our comments said at the end of the day, I like this comment here.
I would much rather you throw the ball underneath
like Jerome
than
said,
let you throw the ball deep like that.
You gotta make Jerome was say, listen, you gotta make the play. You know, he get paid more than all of us, on here. By hey, shit happens. Next play, next season.
That's it.
And I agree with that. Keith, Dufresne said Brady is making $20.5 million a season, not 12. So, hey, I guess that's a discount we're talking about then. Obviously, we're talking about a $5 million discount.
But Brady deal is broken up some kind of way. Well, it's not hitting the cap that hard. I don't know. I can't remember exactly how they.
Somehow they restructure them deals every year to where he doesn't have a high cap number every year. I don't know how the New England Patriots does it, but every year somehow they have low cap number. When I say low, I mean less than $20 million. Somehow, some way, his cap number is somewhere less than $20 million. That at the end of the day, it allows them to have freedom to keep players, retain players, and move that roster around the way they want to do it.
Mario McAllister says, "Who man was that? Was that Crawley's man? Who was supposed to be covering Diggs? Crawley has been beaten all night. Kenneth Carr wouldn't have missed that tackle. First of all, they wasn't in man-to-man.
It was a zone-like play.
Mr. McAllister.
It was a zone-like play.
It was an area. So
it was a zone play.
And that's what people got to get.
It was a zone play.
We was clearly in cover 2. It was clearly in cover 2. And it depends on.
Kenneth Carr wouldn't have missed that tackle.
But it depends on.
Got a point.
It depends on how you play your cover 2. Everybody play cover 2 different. Everybody play cover 2 different. So it's like I said, I don't have a problem with the call.
No, I mean I don't have a problem with the call. I don't have a problem with the call. All I'm saying is, looking at it in hindsight.
Right.
Looking at it on hindsight.
It's easier to say that when something go wrong.
No, that's what I'm saying. Looking at it on hindsight.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Looking at it on hindsight here.
Scott Kane says, what about Dalvin Bro? I think Dalvin Bro gonna be defensive back next year. I think he can be a nickel corner /
I think he gonna challenge Ken Crawler for that outside corner spot. You know what I'm saying? And PJ Williams, I like PJ Williams. I like Ken Crawler. And man, that just make us have more depth at the cornerback position.
Now, I think Zariel, I can't think, maybe I'm pronouncing it wrong.
Zakaria. Dorsey.
Brady losing Sunday. Let me tell you something.
Bro, you think Brady gonna lose to the Jags? You out your mind.
I'm glad we shifted this gear.
Yeah.
And brought this up.
Yeah. Enough of the Saints.
Let me tell you something about the Pittsburgh Steelers, and let me tell you why. I believe Mike Tomlin needs to be fired. At the end of the day, they went out there and put up 42 points on offense on the Jacksonville Jaguars defense. That's with Big Ben having a fumble for a touchdown and him having a picked interception to Miles Jack. At the end of the day, that team now is not a detailed coach team when it came down to this football game. They let Leonard Fournette went out here and run wild, had almost 7 yards of carry in the first half. And at the end of the day, to me, I think they're the most talented team on offense throughout the whole league. And to go out there and just not perform, the way they needed to. They came out there flat. They came out there unready. They came out there unprepared. And to me, it was strictly a coach's loss. Mike Tomlin, you're a defensive coach. At the end of the day, we know you don't have Ryan Shazier. But you got to come out there and know that Blake Bortles is anemic. Like I said in the stream, he's still anemic today. He's going to be anemic next month. He's going to be anemic all season. And that's who Blake Bortles is. And for you allow that Leonard Fournette to have almost 100 yards rushing
in the first half,
and almost has 7 yards of carry, it's beyond me. You come unprepared, you came flat. And the offense, even though they had problems.
They should have made him throw the ball.
Now, correct. And then in the second half, you didn't really have a game plan. You try to stop Leonard Fournette. He comes back. You try to play some gap consignments and stuff like that. Okay, no big deal. But Blake Bortles can't make every throw. Blake Bortles can make 3 throws in the NFL. He can throw the small underneath route. He can throw a bomb. And he can throw a post. That's all Blake Bortles can do. Anything else you ask Blake Bortles to do, he cannot make that throw. You have to be that prepared in that game. All you see if you go back and watch that game, the stream is up on FanView Live. Any play Blake Bortles made in the second half, it was a post route or a deep route to one of them receivers. He threw the ball up and then helped them make the play. That's how they got downfield.
I say this here too, bro. I'm just saying.
So for me, Mike Tomlin needs to be fired because your offense went out there and put up 42-some points. To me, and here's the part that bothered me the most. You're down by 7 points with 2 minutes left, with a little more than 2 minutes left in the game. You got 2 timeouts and a 2-minute warning. Right. You're down by 7. Why are you kicking the offside kick?
That was stupid.
First of all, it's badly executed, and I wouldn't even call it. Now, granted, I know you wasn't stopping Jacksonville offensively on third down. They was not getting Jacksonville off the field. But you know what happened in that play?
You make them drive down the field.
You make them drive. Because at the end of the day, the people kick the field goal and put you down by 10 points, and that game is over.
It was over.
It was over. I'm making you drive the field, and if I lose this way, then so be it.
I'm losing on defense.
But I ain't
about to give you half of the field.
I ain't about to give you half the field.
Since we didn't shift gears, I'm gonna say this, man. First of all, you're bad for saying Mike Tomlin to be fired.
I ain't gonna say he need to be fired, but
I'm gonna get to you though. I'm gonna get to you.
Okay.
I'm gonna get to
you. It
you.
was bad when they lost that game, but
this man said Mike Tomlin to be fired.
I ain't saying all that.
I said it.
You're terrible.
I ain't saying all
but
that.
This is my whole take on the game, man. Jacksonville, I was wrong. Like, I can't admit when I'm wrong.
I'm wrong.
I can't admit when
out
I'm
there
wrong.
and punch him in
I can't admit when I'm wrong. I can't admit when I'm wrong. I was wrong.
Wrong.
But I did see, and producer could go back and play the clips. I said Blake Bortles going to have to make some throws.
Yes, you did.
To propel this team to a win, and he did that. Blake Bortles was 14 for 26, 214 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. And he ran the ball 5 times for 35 yards. Mm-hmm. Like he
got first downs on them runs.
And he did a good job managing this game.
Mm-hmm.
Leonard didn't run a while. Leonard had 25 carries, 109 yards, 3 touchdowns. Okay.
First half.
Right. He got 9 of them yards in the first half.
Right. So is like Blake Bortles did what he was supposed to do.
He just managed the game.
Nah, I ain't gonna go that far. He made some throw like he made some throw. He like the pass to Cole. down the field. That was a hell of a throw. You know what I'm saying? He had a couple plays to Marquise Lee.
What I'm saying about managing the game.
Sean is like
he made the plays that he needed to play. He made the plays that he needed to make.
But Marquise, but Blake Bortles, like I said, man, my whole thing was.
But he wasn't starting.
He couldn't win a game doing what he been doing.
No, he couldn't.
And I kept saying, I said, man, he gonna have to make some throws. You gotta make 3 to 4 throws in that game to propel your team to win. And he did that. He did that. And that was my whole thing. It's not like Leonard ran wild. Leonard ran good, but he ain't run wild. But
they contained him in the second half.
The first half, he had 7 yards of carry. It was ridiculous.
That's running wild. 7 yards of carry. Wow. That's running wild.
And the only reason why he slowed down because he had tweaked the ankle. On a pass play that Blake Bortles threw, he caught a little quick out, and he tweaked the ankle, and he went out for the second half. If that play don't happen, it gets really bad.
Look, I knew. It's the same for me. I knew if the Jaguars came out there and punched him in the mouth. They came out there 20-something.
21-7.
In the first half?
First quarter.
In the first quarter? Because I ain't see too much of the first half.
First quarter.
What I'm saying is, I knew if they came out there and punched him in their mouth, the Steelers weren't coming back to win.
They got a great defense in Jacksonville.
Great. Another reason why. Big Ben. Big Ben is a good quarterback. But let me tell you, Big Ben is broken. Big Ben is ready to retire. Big Ben, listen.
Man,
Big Ben,
you bad.
Listen, Big Ben.
Come on, man.
When we think about Big Ben, what you think?
I think he's a 2-time winning Super Bowl winner.
Of course. But the plays he made, most of the plays he made were running outside the pocket, getting off tackles. Big Ben got off tackles. Big Ben ran outside the pocket. He was a good formable quarterback, but Big Ben made a lot of his formable plays with his feet.
What's wrong with that?
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Russell Wilson did it. Russell Wilson do it.
But what I'm saying is, at this point, in Big Ben's career,
should have won the second one too.
Big Ben can do that still.
No,
he can still do it. Man,
they was on his ass.
He threw for 469 yards.
Because his offensive line was blocking.
He threw for 469 yards at 5 touchdowns.
That team is not built to come back like that, son.
Man, I did not build. They
got against that defense. No, I knew it, and it showed up Sunday.
Man, the Steelers got all the weapons in the world.
Yeah, but
the man that dude threw for 469 yards, 5 touchdowns, 1 interception. What a problem came in it, he threw the ball 58 times.
They couldn't run Le'Veon.
They couldn't run the ball. I mean, Le'Veon.
And they couldn't run
trying to run up the middle, trying to get to the perimeter, and couldn't do it. And they got one-dimensional. That's what happened. And they got down early. And the key,
it's gonna be like that when you down early.
The key factor,
it's gonna be like that.
The key factor where it went all the way downhill for me, and I felt like this is why I think the turning point came in for the game is it was 4th and 1 on Jacksonville side of the field. I think it was like on the 37, 36-yard line.
They want to play with Eli Rogers.
They should no. They ran toss to Le'Veon Bell. And Bill Roethlisberger came out later on and said he wanted to run quarterback sneak, and Mike Tomlin didn't let him do it. And so that was a turning point of the game. Don't tell me nothing about Big Ben washed up and all of that.
I ain't said Big Ben was washed up.
What you saying?
No, I said Big Ben ain't the same Big Ben here. You Big Ben.
He's the same Big Ben.
No, he's not. No, Big Ben don't listen.
469 yards passing, 5 touchdowns.
Listen, I knew point blank period, and I told y'all this last week. If they got down, they got punched in the mouth, they wasn't coming back. Then I said that. And what happened? Because I knew, listen.
469 yards passing and 5 touchdowns. And you talking about
Big Ben. But the critical plays, look. The critical plays, he threw a pick. He made a fumble.
He threw a pick in the first half.
You know what I'm saying? That helped to put him down. Like I said, I didn't see the first half. I didn't see the first half.
Stop. Man, come on, man.
But in the critical plays,
here's the thing. He had a fumble for a touchdown. You know, he threw a pick in the first half, but in the end, they came back. My only thing is this.
They were never in contention to win that game.
They never had a lead.
They were never in contention to win that game. They were down, they was going to stay down.
They were down 14-0, and then they scored a touchdown, then they went down 21-0, 21-7, then they went down 28-7. They came back, but here's my thing with Pittsburgh. Offensively, they're the best offensive team in the league. They can go out there because you have a Big Ben, because you have Le'Veon, because you have Antonio Brown, and because you have a Jesse James, and you have a Juju Smith, and you have because Martavis Bryant. They went out there and offensively and did exactly what they needed to do.
Listen.
But to me, where the loss comes in at is the attention to detail by Mike Tomlin. He didn't realize that. I think he's an excellent coach. I think he motivates his guys. I think he gets guys, pumped up, and he gets guys to play beyond their abilities. But he's not an excellent coach. And to me, that's what that game came down to. And that's just how they lost. And to me, again, it just means that, to me, they came out there flat. They came out there. Big Ben is Big Ben. Big Ben can play football.
When you down in the football game, 8 out of 10 times, what you are doing to get back in the game?
You're gonna pass the football.
Okay.
And to me, they didn't do a bad job doing that.
No, I'm not. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, your quarterback in that position has to put you back in that game.
Right.
Okay. Big Ben is not that. Big Ben.
He's that quarterback, P.
Huh?
He's that quarterback. Get any team back in the game.
All right.
Big Ben, that guy.
What? No.
Where you put Big Ben? Top 5 quarterback right in the league. Where you put Big Ben at?
Top 5?
Is he a top 5 quarterback?
No, not number one. No.
Who you got over?
Breeze, Tom. Who else? I gotta go through this list.
I got Aaron Rodgers. That's 3. Big Ben 4th. I ain't got too many. Big Ben 4th. That's a quarterback that get you back in any game. That's why I never thought Pittsburgh was never out of it. From an offensive standpoint, Big Ben is gonna do his job.
Listen, I knew.
He Big Ben.
I just know Big Ben made a lot of his plays. I just know Big Ben made a lot. Big Ben could always throw the ball. I'm not denying Big Ben's passing ability. But what I'm saying is this: Big Ben made a lot of his plays, breaking tackles from outside the pocket and running outside the pocket. He's not able to do that no more. That's a main part of his game that's not there.
Jerome Wilson said this: he put up 42 points, one of the best defenses in the league. What else you want the man to do, bro? I mean, that's just facts.
Dog,
listen.
He threw for 469 yards and 5 touchdowns.
I'm not. Listen.
Why? This is not. This is more so about how bad the Steelers' defense is more than Big Ben. You point the finger at the wrong people.
No,
the defense is bad.
Yeah, of course.
They can't run man to man.
Of course.
When losing Shaziel and losing people like James Harrison,
I ask you this.
That's where it all went wrong at.
I ask you this.
Come on, man. You're bad.
I ask you this. Whose job is to put points on the board?
Offense. They put 42.
Huh?
They put 42.
Too little, too late. In other words, listen. In other words is they got down to a point to where they got knocked out of contention.
That's their defense fault, Patrick.
Dog.
That's their defense
You bad.
fault.
Let me tell you how bad you is.
Listen.
Let me tell you how bad you is.
And listen. That's their defense fault, right?
Right.
That they let the other team put up points, right? Okay. Now, is that their defense fault that their offense can't score?
Their offense scored 42 points.
Later, that's scrapping and crawling.
No,
you were down.
They were down 42 to 35, P. 2 minutes left in the game.
Listen,
you got to be stopped.
Say that again.
You need to be stopped.
42, what?
35.
42, say that again. Say the score again.
Listen.
Say the score again.
Look, 42-35.
All right, then. Nothing 2 minutes. Now, some teams could come back, but I knew the Steelers weren't coming back. And I think you knew it too.
P,
I'm just saying, dog. I'm just saying, dog. When you down,
and they lost that, the outside kick.
Well,
it was over with.
Well,
listen.
You know what?
We need to move on because you. I don't know what's going on.
That's listen. Well, that note said, on that note, let me back up and say you got a point.
There you go.
Now you
Now you evolving in life.
No. I know, but you got a point. I admit you got a point. I mean, to me, that's a point. But at the end of the day, when you down 14-0, and I say short point blank period, if it's the offense, listen.
I understand what you're saying, Pete. It's the first quarter. You can be down 14 points. The Saints were down 17-0, and they came back.
No, you can't.
I don't know what game you was watching. I don't know what game you was watching. You must be watching Dancing with the Stars or something.
Saints, listen. Listen. The Saints came back, but guess what? Saints also took the lead, so guess what? They were in contention to win the game because they took the lead. Pittsburgh was never going to take the lead back.
So let me ask you a question.
Never.
So what you saying about Big Ben?
Take the lead to win.
So what you saying about Big Ben? What you saying about Big Ben?
Huh?
What's your analysis on Big Ben?
Big Ben is a Hall of Fame quarterback,
no
doubt. But he is not the same quarterback. Listen,
Coach Henry was correct.
Listen. He is not the same. Listen, All I'm saying is this: a lot of infamous plays Big Ben made to get him to the next level. Well, plays made with his feet, breaking a lot of tackles, running outside the pocket, throwing the ball, and that was a main part of Big Ben's success.
Don Williams said, "Looking like my cuz, you don't agree."
I'm just saying. Big Ben was not always known for being inside the pocket and throwing the ball. Am I correct or right? A lot of Big Ben plays were made with his feet. A lot of Big Ben noticeable plays.
You talking about Big Ben? You talking like Big Ben like he Blake Bortles?
I don't understand.
No, I'm just saying, dog. Am I lying or am I wrong?
Big Ben his game has always been predicated off of extending plays with his legs,
and he can't
breaking
do that
tackles,
now.
and
He
keeping his
can't
eyes
do it now.
downfield.
That's a
How he can't do it?
He can't do
How
it.
he can't do it? Listen,
with a stout defense,
no, he's
he
not.
can't do it.
No, he's not the Big Ben of old.
That's all I'm
man,
saying.
this dude can still extend plays with his legs. He can still
with a defense
move
like
around in the pocket. He can still scramble around.
With a defense like that, no, he can't.
How he just threw 4 69 yards rushing? I mean, passing and 5 touchdowns.
Because the offensive line was blocking. When the offensive line was blocking, Big Ben did not make a lot of. No, I'm sorry, Big Ben did not make a lot of outside the plays. Big Ben did not break a lot of tackles. Big Ben did not extend the plays.
So you get rid of Big Ben?
Huh?
You get rid of him?
As of right now.
You won't be even thinking about it.
You
won't be even thinking about it.
Don't do it.
But here's the thing.
Yeah. Let me tell you why.
You'll get fired. Go ahead.
Let me tell you why. Because and this words come out of Big Ben's mouth. He is thinking about retiring. He is thinking. Yeah, gotcha. He is thinking.
All right, we got to move on. We got to move on.
After I make this statement, these words come out of his mouth. He thought he should retire. He's thinking that he doesn't have the same ability that he has anymore.
No, it has nothing to do with that.
These words.
Okay, we got to move on from this.
It's Mike Tomlin and Haley and all that. That's what I had to do with.
I'm just saying. That's what words not to that extent.
Yeah, he was trying to shit on Haley and Mike Tomlin. I mean, they coaching ability. But moving on to the
Patriots. Moving on to the Patriots.
I know I ain't gonna trade. I know I ain't gonna trade.
Do Blake Bortles have a shot?
I know I ain't gonna trade.
Against the Patriots?
Yeah.
It ain't about Blake Bortles. It ain't about Blake Bortles. Blake Bortles, I think Belichick does a great job of taking your weaknesses
away from
and magnifying it in big games like this.
I like how you put this.
He's gonna magnify it. So, do I think
Blake couldn't do?
I think Blake Bortles
anemic
is just
abysmal,
just terrible?
Yes.
No, but I don't think he's good enough to win this game against Belichick. I think Belichick is gonna find a way to put a scheme together to make sure that he can't do what he's good at, which is running out the pocket, throwing plays off the rollout,
throwing out.
You know what I'm saying? Play action and things like that of that nature. If Leonard can't get off, they will lose this game by 14 points or more. So I think the Patriots go in and go to the Super Bowl. I think the Jaguars, I think it's going to be close early. I think it'll be one of those games where, like, at halftime, the score might be like 17-14.
17-10.
The Jaguars might be winning. And people going to be like, oh, shit.
They got hope.
Damn, the Jaguars might be going to the Super Bowl. And then the second half, you're going to see the Patriots make all kind of adjustments. And they're going to end up winning the game by 14 points or more. That's how I feel.
I know who I ain't trading, though. It's number 12.
You can't trade number 12, P. You be bad.
I ain't trading.
You were talking about trading number 7. You're bad.
I know I ain't trading, and that's number 12.
If you trade number 12, P, I better actually leave.
You know what I mean? But you know
Even
why?
at 40, I'm keeping it.
Exactly.
But here's what I'm getting at, man. This is why I think the Patriots, like you just quoted, Bill Belichick has a way of just taking away what you like to do well. The Jaguars want to run Leonard Fournette. So they're going to play. Listen, for people who don't know, and this is what bothers me about me picking the Steelers and they losing. Listen, the Patriots defense don't have a top 5 player at either position. They don't have a top 5 defensive tackle in the league. They don't have a top 5 pass rush in the league. They don't have a top 5 maybe linebacker at the position on their team. They don't have a top 5 corner at their position.
I disagree with that. I think Malcolm Butler I'm not saying Malcolm Butler is a top 5 corner, but he's a really good corner.
Right.
You got
He go with
Stephon
his own over
Gilmore,
there.
you got McCourty, you got Patrick Chung. They secondary legit.
No, I was getting to that. I'm just saying they're not top 5 in their position, but I'm not saying they're not good. That doesn't mean I'm saying Malcolm Butler can't play and Stephon Gilmore can't play and Devin McCourty and Patrick Chung, and Ray Vaughn. I can't think of his last name, but that doesn't mean that Malcolm Brown from Texas. I'm not saying none of those guys can't play. They can play. Because it's not top 5.
Got James Harrison too now.
You got James Harrison. Even with James, none of those guys are top 5. Just like the Steelers defense, none of those guys are top 5 overall. When you talk about corner, they're great overall players. But with that being said, Bill Belichick is X and O coach at this time. See, to me, when I think of playoff situation, I think of playoff football, I think about situation football.
Right.
Just same thing like the same situation, that one play, a situation. That doesn't necessarily mean you're bad or not great. It's just a situation football.
Right.
This is going to come down to
most of those guys are veterans back then anyway.
Right.
So those
but this is going to come
guys,
down to situation football. And I think, to me, Jacksonville is a talented team, especially on the defensive inside the ball. When you start looking at Calais Campbell, Dante Fowler, Malik Jackson, Martel Doris, and the list goes on. Pulaski, Tevin Smith, the list goes.
Jack.
Jack. we talking about A.J. Bowie, Jalen Ramsey. The list goes on. Barrett Church made some plays. So we're talking about very talented defense. But to get to a Super Bowl, you got to be X and O. It's about situation football. And to me, when you have anemicism, a new word I came up with on the stream, anemicism at quarterback in Blake Bortles, who likes to just run the football because he's not accurate. You read the stats from the last game, G. It was better 60% passing, but he made some throws. I won't take that from him, but it's not 60%. At the end of the day, to beat a team like this and to get to the Super Bowl, you're going to be a quarterback who can at least throw 65 to 70% of his throws and be completed.
It don't got to be 70% now. Come on, you ain't got to go that far.
Okay, maybe at least 65, but that 60, less than 60.
Listen. He had a 90% quarterback reading. He was 14 for 26 for 214 yards and 1 touchdown against the Steelers. Listen, he doesn't have to have phenomenal stats in this game. If Blake Bortles come out and go 12 for 20 for 215 and a touchdown or 2, I think they are well in this game.
I don't think so.
I'm telling you, man. He don't have to. Listen, their defense is so good where he doesn't have to play out his mind. He doesn't have to win the game for them. He just got to make a couple plays here and there.
But here's the thing.
And he did that against the Steelers. And he did that against the Steelers. You got to make a couple throws here and there.
That's called managing the game to me.
But here's the difference, though. And again, to me, that's a great way to play. Because they was always, from the start of that game, they was up on the Steelers, and they never trailed.
Came and pumped them in their mouth.
I don't think that's going to be the case with New England. I don't think they're going to come in and punch them in the mouth because Bill Belichick, in the way he wants to coach, and then they'll come out there just be being flat. So, to me, when you're down against a guy like Tom Brady, because of the way their offense is designed, because he can't, because he's not the guy who can come back from behind. If this team gets down by 10 points, I think Jacksonville's in trouble because he's going to have to do now more than just make
football,
plays.
dog. Now, you got to be more than 2 possessions. Now, if you get down by 3 possessions, then I think Jacksonville's in trouble.
The Tennessee Titans was in trouble. Got down by 2 possessions,
but
that game got away from them.
But I think
Marcus Mariota is not good.
I think this is how I truly feel, man. I'm not gonna just rule out Jacksonville and say they're gonna shot the hell. No, the game got to be played. You have to play the game. And so, but I understand that Belichick, they live for these moments.
Right.
I understand that. And Marone and Blake Bortles and Leonard Fournette and Marquise leading these guys, they ain't never been in this kind of position.
No.
You know what I'm saying? They probably had more worries about if they didn't got a girl pregnant on a roll or something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so I think that the game is going to be close early. Mm-hmm. I can even see Jacksonville winning at the half. You know what I'm saying? But I think in the end, the Patriots win this game, man. Okay. Somewhere around the range of 28, 21, 28, 17, somewhere around there, and they going to the Super Bowl. I just do not think that Blake Bortles is going to make the throws that he needs to make
you know why?
To be able to propel his team. Because they're not going to let Leonard beat him.
Of course. You know why?
I don't see
he's
it.
Anemic. He's anemic. He's bad.
See it.
Blake Bortles is bad.
Well, I ask y'all this question here. Who do y'all think has the better? Who y'all think has the better secondary? The Patriots or the Steelers?
Oh,
what?
The better secondary.
Patriots or the Steelers?
The Patriots or the Steelers? who has the better secondary?
I would say the
for cornerbacks and
Patriots.
The Patriots.
Patriots.
That's your answer, because a lot of the throws he gonna have to make is gonna be harder because of the cornerbacks that's in the game. You know what I'm saying? You know,
yeah.
The Steelers have a pretty good defense, but their secondary was.
It's been bad since Polamalu retired.
It's been kind of bad.
I mean, the only notable person that he had really is Joe Hayden.
Right. So the passes.
Audie Burns had spurts.
So the passes he was able to make
tackling.
Easier, should I say? It was a easier pass to make because of the competition. You know what I mean? Now, the reason why I think
Madman says it, only 4 QBs in the league can come back down from 21 points under. That's probably gonna be Brady, Rodgers, Drew Brees, and Big Ben.
I ain't gonna say Big Ben. I'm gonna say probably Matt Ryan or somebody.
Matt Ryan, really?
Or Stafford, one of the two. I ain't gonna say Big Ben. I definitely ain't gonna say Big Ben, dog. Cause guess what?
Man said Matt Ryan.
I definitely ain't gonna. No,
Matt Ryan was up 28-3 in the Super Bowl.
Hey, dog. Oh, well, okay. Since we going up with it, was it Matt Ryan fault that they lost?
Yeah.
No, he made some bad plays, yeah, but
no, he made some bad plays. He gave up a sack that cost him the game.
Okay,
stop.
Well, Ben
what?
Ben got a sack fumble to get his defense a touchdown.
Score 42 points.
40 points? Come on, man.
Dog, if you put this on Big Ben, there's something wrong in your brain. And maybe you
I'm not putting it on Ben. I'm not putting it on Ben. I'm not putting it on Ben. I'm not putting it on Ben.
469.
I'm not putting the game loss on Ben.
5 touchdowns.
I'm not putting the game loss on Ben.
Just saying.
What I'm saying is this. What I'm saying is this. I knew they wouldn't be able to come back.
That wasn't Big Ben's fault though.
Because
that defense is
listen.
When you got a quarterback like Big Ben, you always got a chance to come back. Stop. Stop. You're bad. You're bad.
When you have Drew Brees, you got Big Ben and Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady, you got a shot.
2, maybe 3 years, you can say that with me, Big Ben. But this year, no.
2, 3 years?
What? A go?
What?
Huh? A go?
Huh? A go.
Oh, them people had a shot, P.
A go.
Let me tell you something. Them people had a shot.
A go.
Now, I'm going to read this comment.
I'm just saying, y'all see,
I'm gonna read this
y'all
comment.
looking at numbers. Like I said, numbers could fool you sometimes, bro.
Numbers ain't fooling nobody.
I'm watching the game.
I watched that game,
Big
too.
Ben give you a great chance to win.
Nah,
game in and game out. That's facts.
I want to read what
That's facts.
I knew we weren't going to win that game.
Stop.
I knew that for sure.
That had nothing to do with Big Ben. Their defense couldn't stop a nosebleed.
What?
The Steelers defense couldn't stop a nosebleed.
And the offense couldn't put no fucking points until scratching the lid.
Stop, man.
See, listen.
Come on, you gotta stop.
I'm just saying, dog.
You gotta stop.
I'm just saying, dog.
I'm just saying. We gotta go up there.
You gotta stop.
You let it.
You gotta stop that.
Let yourself get down.
You gotta stop.
And you crawl back in the game for a little too late.
Mario McAllister said this. Stop it. Listen to me. Tom Coughlin was a head coach of the New York Giants who beat the New England Patriots in 2 Super Bowls. He over player personnel in Jacksonville. Don't be so fast to crown the Patriots. This man knows how to beat New England.
Yes.
I don't disagree with you on that. But you know what he had in New York?
A guy called Eli Manning.
He had a guy called Eli Manning. He didn't have anemicism at quarterback in Blake Bortles. Now, to me, I'm one of these kind of guys. To me, in the postseason, not to say that it's the only thing that matters, but to me, it's the most important position in sports. It's the quarterback position. Not to say that the defense don't matter. I think you need to have a great defense. I think defense. If you get there, you have a great shot of winning that game. But at some point in time, again, the postseason is about situation football. And at the end of the day, when you have a quarterback, to me, who can't make all the throws in great situations, like Case Keenum was able to make some throws in great situations. I don't think of the Blake Bortles. I think Blake Bortles folds. I think he throws the balls in the dirt. And I think that's incomplete.
He threw the ball a couple of
you know
times
what?
too, Bo.
You know what? I just thought about this, and I just came to the realization of this. I'm gonna watch football this weekend because I think that Jacksonville will make this a game, and I think that defense is really good. And I think I think people know it's good, but they're not getting the credit they deserve. And I think they're gonna make the Patriots struggle a little bit. I even think the Jaguars will be winning at some point in this game, like at halftime, maybe in the third quarter. But I just don't see Blake Bortles making the throws he got to make against Belichick's defense. Even though I'm not saying that the Patriots defense is like that.
Right.
I just don't see him being able to make those throws to propel them to a win
Right.
in the AFC Championship. Because you know how I would always say,
I agree with you.
when you get into a game like the AFC Championships,
I agree with you, boo.
your nuts get a little tight.
That dude, that's stupid.
Eyes get a little wider. You start overthinking a lot of more things that's going on. You start forgetting the plays in a huddle. You're looking at the lights. I get a little brighter.
That's Blake Bortles.
And so I just don't believe that Blake Bortles is going to be able to propel these people to a win.
So you think quarterback play not going? So you think quarterback play not going to propel them in the win?
If they win this game,
It's not
if
gonna
the Jaguars win this game, they're going to have to get strip sack fumbles, interceptions, where they get
like they did with the Patriots.
where they better flip the field
just
position
like they did with the Steelers.
and get the ball into their
Just like
territory,
they did with the Steelers.
get a special teams play here and there. Things like that going to have to happen for the Jaguars to win this game.
I'm going to read this comment before you go ahead and get there. I'm going to read this couple of comments. Rafe Simpson said, and he said, I'm a Pat fan, so I'll be honest, I'm a little scared. Our defense is suspect. It's going to be a good game. Brady can't force anything, and our offensive line is a little weak compared to the Steelers' offensive line. Now, Marlon Hawkins says, I understand what y'all saying about Big Ben and Matt Ryan, but it is Matt's fault his defense can't stop Tom's from scoring.
Jerome Wilson says Rams are going to have to see that boy Gronk on a couple of plays. What are he going to do? Now, I will say this. The Jaguars will be stupid to line him up on Gronk. Don't do that. let Ramsey stay on the outside with Brandon Cooks and those guys and Hogan and people like that. You know what? They got people like Miles Jack and Telvin Smith who can run and who is physical enough to be able to be able to give him fits. Now, are they gonna stop Gronk? I'm not saying that, but they can get him fits.
They can manage him.
They're gonna give him fits, and I think that now listen. The Jaguar defense is loaded. They were loaded. Now people got a defense out this world.
They're arguably number one base defense. If they didn't ever got so many points put up in against San Fran, they'd have finished number one overall defense.
I think the Jaguars
to me
has the best overall
defense
in the league.
Minnesota second, Eagles third.
Right. You know what I'm saying? But with all that being said, your offense, I'm telling you, Blake Bortles got to make some throws to win this game. It's like I said against the Steelers.
He got to make more throws.
And look, he made that happen. What I said last week, I said, man, Blake Bortles got to make some throws, three to four throws, to better propel him to a win. And he did that.
Right.
He did that. So he's going to do it again this week. And if he does that, we'll see Jacksonville in the Super Bowl.
Now, if he don't do that and they get blowed out, this is why I'm calling for Tomlin head. Because at the end of the day, if they get out coached.
See, that's why I gotta go back.
Hey, where you want to go today?
You know what? You're not drinking bleach. Maybe you're drinking Drano. How you gonna get somebody that just went 13-3?
You think somebody ain't been 13-3 and 5 before?
You ever heard Jim Caldwell? You know what? The NFL is becoming a spectacle of these head coaches. You know, you gonna fire Mike Tomlin. You know what? Ruining people that owns, they don't own the team outright no more. They only own 30% of the team. You know, they only had three or four head coaches in the
history of the Steelers. He's the fourth one.
This guy that won a Super Bowl, he's always in a mix to come out the AFC to go to the Super Bowl.
All the playoffs.
He goes 13-3, and you talking about firing him. Because lost to the Jaguars, who has probably the best defense in the league.
To me,
what it comes down to is this.
Okay.
Stop talking about it's Mike Tomlin's fault. Because it's not Mike Tomlin's fault. What it comes down to is this. They got to draft better and get better players in free agency on defense. Because if they did, Jacksonville Jaguars would have scored 45 points on them. Because Jacksonville Jaguars' offense is not like that.
Of course. And I'm getting that.
That's what it comes down to. This has nothing to do with Mike Tomlin.
Okay, he's the coach of that team. Now the Jacksonville Jaguars come out this week here, and let's say let's go only 10 points. You know why they ain't going to I'm using it as an example. Let's say they come out here and don't score that many points. Let's say the Jacksonville Jaguars lay an egg on offense. They come out here and score only 10 points. When you sit down and watch this game, you know why they score 10 points? Because they're coaching the Bill Belichick and making sure they're doing the things that they are not able to do on offense. Now, they came out here into an anemic offense that only has Leonard Fournette as a star player to do what he's going to do.
Hold up now. They got some good players on that offense. It's all about the quarterback play.
He's anemic.
They got Mercedes Lewis. They got Marquise Lee. They got Allen Hurns. They got Cole in the slot.
Right.
They got a formidable offensive line. So let's not. They got T.J. Yeldon and Chris Ivory. They got some players on offense. It's all about can Blake Bortles make them throws when they need it.
Anemic. He can't.
And I agree with that. but he just showed up in the divisional round and made some throws.
He showed up.
So I don't know.
Boy, these dudes
I still think the Patriots gonna win the game, but I'm just saying. But Jerome Wilson makes a great point. He said they don't fire Jason Garrett, but you gonna fire Mike Tomlin?
We knew the Cowboys weren't gonna be successful this year.
Producer, in the show. Just in everything. In everything.
Didn't we talk about this before?
In everything. Cut the show off. Get the copyright. Took off. We bad. Man, the Cowboys just what they went 13-3 last year? 12-4?
12-4.
Who the hell knew they were gonna be bad like that this year? I didn't.
Oh, well, I didn't think they were going to be this bad. I was just waiting to see how they was going to do from the rookie.
You bad, Fred. You bad.
I was just waiting to see how they was going to do.
You bad.
I'm just anticipating.
Man, leave the Drano alone.
First of all,
leave the Drano alone.
Listen,
leave it
there
alone.
was a rookie quarterback, and nobody had that much tape on him. At quarterback and Dak Prescott.
Yep.
I said, come week season 2, you're going to have tape on him.
A whole year of tape.
A whole lot of tape on them. Now, granted, their offensive line in Dallas was there. I said, listen, that team not going to be as successful as they are as they were last year. They may win the division, but 13 wins, don't put it in the forecast. Now, when I'm looking at Mike Tomlin, to me, I'm not mad that he's not a great coach. When I am saying this, he has a very talented team on offense. And to me, the way they lost that particular game, because every year the Pittsburgh Steelers had expectations to get to the Super Bowl. I'm not firing him because he couldn't get to the Super Bowl. I'm not firing him because he couldn't beat the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'm thinking about firing him because if they come out here and the New England Patriots outcoach Jacksonville strategically on an offensive standpoint, I'm saying to myself, this is what we could have
You cannot compare Mike Tomlin to Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick is arguably one of the best coaches to ever live. How you going? You can't do that. This man, just like Jerome Wilson just said, he said,
I agree with
it's
you
5
on that
head
one.
coaches.
I ain't even trying to
five
I agree
head
with you on
coaches
that one.
that's actively coaching
I agree with you.
that has a Super Bowl ring, and Mike Tomlin is
He's
one of them.
I
The man
agree
just
with
went
you.
13-3. Now I will say this.
I agree with you
I
on
will
that
say this.
Okay.
He does need to get more of a grip on his team. You know,
Yeah, they talk about contracts
like the situation with Antonio Brown going Facebook Live in the locker room, and then hear the stuff he's saying, and then you got Matavius Bryant going publicly in the media. You got Ben Roethlisberger complaining about certain things. You got Le'Veon Bell complaining about stuff. Yeah, he
even talking about the Patriots. We're gonna see them again in the playoffs.
He needs to get more of a control on his team. I agree. It's too much freelancing going on. And then on top of all of that, you know what I'm saying? Ben, I think this is very, very ridiculous that Ben Roethlisberger doesn't even have the freedom at the line of scrimmage to be able to audible. You know, he made a comment about that, like just like that 4th-1 play. That 4th-1 play I'm saying, when it was down 14-0 and they tore that changed the complexion of that game. Ben Roethlisberger wanted to run a quarterback sneak, and he couldn't run it because he said Mike Tomlin laughed at him. He said Mike Tomlin was like, stop, toss. Run a toss. That's what him and Haley. That's what him and Haley wanted to run.
Come on, man.
You saw how you gonna run a toss against that fast defense? Ben Roethlisberger was 6'5", 240. Let him run a quarterback sneak and let him get that first down. And I think that's where the disconnect coming at with Ben Roethlisberger and Mike Tomlin. But do I think he need to get fired? No, man. Y'all sit down. Let's have a little Crown Coke. Smoke your Cohiba. Talk about this, man. I would need to take a trip to the Bahamas or something. Talk about this. Talk it out. Get on the same page. They just promoted one of their offensive coaches to the offensive coordinator. I forget his name. Talk about this, man. Come to get on the same page, and because y'all got the roster to be able to compete for a Super Bowl next year. Draft well, maybe pick a couple people up in free agency, and y'all are right where y'all need to be. So fire Mike Tomlin for who? Who you gonna fire him for?
You know how many head coaches get fired and you don't think about
who you gonna fire him for?
Ain't about firing. It's not about firing.
Answer my question. If you gonna fire, you better have somebody coming in there gonna replace me. That's gonna be damn
Somebody
good.
gonna
You only had 4 head coaches in their career, in the history of the franchise.
How many head coaches got fired and all of a sudden you found a head coach?
You can't hold it. I'm asking you, who gonna be able to fit that bill?
What bill? In Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
They'll find a head coach.
Name somebody. Exactly. Crickets. Crickets. Man, that's a historic franchise. Man, you can't just replace that man with any old body. Like I said, they went 13-3. And just like Jerome Wilson just said, only 5 head coaches in the NFL that's actively coaching have Super Bowl ring. and he's one of them.
Oh, look, I'll just say this.
Stop.
I'll just say this.
Stop.
No.
I'll just say this.
You gotta stop.
Sometimes
Saban.
I'm just saying.
No.
Sometimes they might just need to, bro. Because sometimes, listen, I get what you're saying, G. I get what you're saying. Sometimes you need to step away from a particular system that you used to actually step forward and move forward. You know what I'm saying? I agree with you. I definitely agree with you, G. But sometimes, listen, there's a lot of things that go into that play. Sometimes you just might need to go somewhere else. I mean, it is what it is.
A head coach gets fired sometimes. At the end of the day, for a lot of different things.
Other than coaching on the field.
Other than coaching on the field and other than overall record.
Right. I mean,
you know what I mean? I think the Pittsburgh Steelers, not taking away from what Mike Tomlin has achieved, but he inherited that team. Only thing he didn't inherit, I mean, he drafted Antonio Brown and he drafted Le'Veon Bell. Big Ben was already there. And a lot of the way the defensive setups were already there. They were already in place. I mean, when the Minnesota Vikings fired their head coach, we didn't know Mike Zimmer was going to be this great. Now, we knew he was a great defensive coordinator, but now the system is gone and enrolled. At some point in time, Jim Caldwell been fired before. You see what I'm saying? You get another head coach. Head coaches get fired all the time.
Because it's not because – this is what I'm starting to see in the NFL. And that's why, like, I don't even know why people aspirations are even to go to coaching in the NFL. Because you're always seeing some kind of headline of, or the head coach and the GM and the owner got a disconnect. They're not getting along, or they don't see eye to eye on
I don't need to
things
get along
and stuff
with you
like
to
that.
do business.
I don't
man.
understand. I don't understand. That's why John Gruden.
You got that on Baton Rouge.
That's why John Gruden left the Raiders to go to the Buccaneers. Everybody, like, it's always some kind of disconnect. That's why Bill O'Brien and he's about to leave the Texans.
Right, him and the GM.
It's always something going on. That's why Kubiak left the Broncos. How you win a damn Super Bowl and you can't get a goddamn loan? I just don't understand it. Jim Harbaugh. He can't get along with the damn 49ers GMs and the owners and stuff like that. And he goes and leaves to go to Michigan. Man, look, this is what it all comes down to. This is what it all comes down to.
He could go Steelers. Don't get it twisted.
This is what it all comes down to. Mike Tomlin, do I think he's an elite coach? No, I think he's a pretty good coach, though. And do I think he needs to tweak some things? Yeah, like things like let Ben Roethlisberger have more freedom at the line of scrimmage. This guy's a two-time winning Super Bowl winner.
Not only that,
so
you
let
been
him
with this guy for so long. You should be able to trust
let
him.
Let him have the freedom to do what he want to do.
Right.
Let him have the freedom to do what he want to do.
I agree with you on that.
It was evident that him and Jack Haley wasn't getting along. The offensive coordinator, they got rid of him. So hopefully this guy they promoted, him and Ben are on the same page. You don't get rid of Mike Tomlin, because if you get rid of him, who are you replacing him with? Now they were talking about bringing John Gruden in. If you were talking about bringing some kind of guy like that into the organization, I could understand it better. You don't replace Mike Tomlin with some slapdick that only been an offensive coordinator for 2 years and made somebody throw for 3,000 yards.
I think it
don't work like that. I'm sorry.
I gotta disagree with you a little bit on that because listen, at the end of the day, we didn't know Sean Payton was going to be the great coach he is now.
You're right.
You don't know.
We didn't know Drew Brees was going to be the great quarterback that he is right now. Okay, coming from.
Got an opportunity.
You never know.
You never know
what a person to do given an opportunity. So I got to disagree with you on that, G. And like, well, who you going to get for him? Like, you got to know.
I didn't know Sean McVay was going to have the success.
I didn't know Tom Tomlin was going to be a good of a coach that he was. That he is now with the Steelers.
Somebody needs a shot.
You got to give somebody a shot, bro. You can't just say, well, I'm going to pick another big name for a big name. No, you got to give somebody a shot.
Man, the Steelers deserved it. They deserve a name in there. You can't just bring some Joe Blow. You can't bring some Joe Blow in that Steelers organization. They got history. That's what I'm saying, man. You got to bring somebody that's legit coming in there.
I didn't know Mike Tomlin before he was a head coach.
Well, I knew who he was. He was in Minnesota. I knew who he was. I'm just deep in his like this. What I'm saying is Mike Tomlin had a good reputation around the NFL coming in.
A good defense though.
You know what I'm saying? And I think he did a great job with Minnesota. But like I said, he does need to tighten up on keep holding more kids. More of these players accountable of what they're doing, as far as like in the media and stuff like that. Letting Big Ben having more freedom at the line.
I agree with you on that, bro.
Things like that. He has to do those kind of things. Because to me, I'm gonna tell you, I think Big Ben wants Tomlin out of there.
Right.
And that's evident because he came out publicly and complained about a number of different things, coaching, and saying we got all coached. That's a shot at Mike Tomlin.
Yeah,
obviously.
And again, I don't think he's off with a lot of that. Now, granted, I will say this. If Marvin Lewis could keep a job, well, damn, you can't fire Tomlin. If Marvin Lewis can keep a head coaching job, if Marvin Lewis can keep a job.
Listen. I hate to go here and say this publicly, but I really feel like this. For Marvin Lewis to be able to keep his job in Cincinnati, he got to be banging. He got to be banging somebody in the front office.
I'll be honest with you.
He got to be banging somebody in the front office. I mean, how you keep a job and you never won a playoff game? You just team looked at atrocious this year.
Tomlin's been at 14 seasons. Let me tell you something.
I thought it was 10.
I believe this. I believe this. I believe what I'm about to say. I think Marvin Lewis know there's a whole scandal going on in Cincinnati. And I think if they fire, I'm gonna talk before it goes down. I suggest you stop. I suggest you stop. What you want, Marvin? Oh, continue to coach. And we're gonna keep this quiet. I believe that. I believe it is no way.
Man, he pulling Houdini over somebody.
Got to shit this year.
Pelicans.
I got to get to these Pelicans before we get ready to wrap up the show. Listen.
Pelicans.
NBA talk. We right around the corner, baby. We didn't play 43 games, baby.
Yeah, you really heard because I need to get ready to start.
Listen. We didn't play 43 games, folks. Pelicans talk. Man, look. We 23 and 21. You know, going into, obviously we beat Boston. A lot of great praise from that game, but came back last game and laid the egg against the Hawks. Trade deadline around the corner. I mean, said Pelicans right now in the 6th place in the Western Conference. You know, they're tied. It's a 4-way tie between them. I think Portland. I think Utah somewhere in that mix now, and Denver. I think it's a 4-way tie between all those 4 of those teams. I think Denver's like a half game out because they lost last night to the Clippers. I think the Clippers in that mix now.
Right.
The Clippers in that mix. Man, for people who don't know, All-Star roster just was announced. Starting 5. Booby Cousins, Anthony Davis in the All-Star. But what do the Pelicans need to do going forward? Trade line coming around the corner. We already know Drew Holiday going to be here. You know, Anthony Davis, Booby Cousins going to be here. But what about the rest of the roster? I mean, we talking about Dante Cunningham, Ian Clark, obviously Ray John Rondo, you know, having spurts, you know, some games he going to have 20 assists and some games, you know.
Rondo on a 1-year deal, though.
On a 1-year contract. You know, what are some of the things that we're looking around the NBA and say, okay, listen, what can make this team?
I ain't even paying attention. Football.
Man, I'm not a Pelicans fan. I'm a Houston Rockets fan.
That's evidently noted.
But I don't root against
y'all
the
bad,
Pelicans.
man. Y'all going to locker rooms and everything,
man. We ignorant, man.
Y'all ignorant. We going to locker rooms.
We cut up. But I'm not. I don't root against the Pelicans. I root for them, except when they play the Rockets. But this is the thing, man. You know, they talking about trading either Anthony Davis or Booby Cousins, and this is my thing. First of all, Anthony Davis, I cannot trade it.
I can't trade it.
I couldn't find myself to do it. They've been coming up with a lot of nice trade scenarios. You know, somebody threw a trade scenario out there today. I've been reading up on the reports that they were going to trade Al Horford, Jason Tatum, and a pick to the Pelicans for Anthony Davis. Now, you know, Trace McGrady came out publicly and said he would make that trade because he feels like Jason Tatum and Al Horford would make the Pelicans better going forward. Because he says, and he made a good point, he says, DeMarcus Cousins is a true 5, and Davis is not. So putting Al Horford at the 4, which is his true natural position, and he's been playing a 5 for damn near his whole career, which he's really not a 5.
Right.
You put him in a natural position at the 4. You got Tatum at the 3, and then you got Drew, you know what I'm saying, and Etwan Moore and Rondo and them, you know, at the guard position. He feels like that is a formidable roster going forward. And so I just can't find myself to do it. I can't find myself to do it.
You see the point, but you're like, nah.
I understand the principle. But here's my thing.
I can't do it.
This is what you got to do if you're Dale Demps and Allen and Gentry. You got to take DeMarcus Cousins. You got to bring him into a room. You got to lock him in that room. You got to put the chain on the door. You got to take his cell phone.
Take everything.
You maybe got to bring his biggest, whoever closest to him and lock them in there with him too.
Right.
And you got to sit him down. You got to say, look, bro.
Figure this shit out.
What you want to do? The trade deadline is 2 weeks away. can we get a commitment from you? If you get a I don't know, you gotta ship him. You gotta ship him because you can't rely on.
I don't know
this. I don't know.
You can't be the Kevin Durant. You can't be the Kevin Durant.
You're not Kevin Durant. You can't do that. And so, and my thing is,
Anthony
man,
Davis got two more seasons.
I don't want to hear I don't know because I think with the game he gonna try to kick to Dale Dipson and those guys and see. I want to see how it play out in the playoffs. Well, we can't wait that long. We need to know now. We need to know now because you're holding our franchise hostage. And this the contract looking like. Drew Holiday making $26 million a year. Anthony Davis is making $25 million a year. How the hell Drew Holiday making more money than Anthony Davis?
All, I told y'all about
but that's neither Hill or no deal. Solomon Hill's making $12 million. Sheik is making 11. Etwan Moore is making 8. Jingles is making 5. Frank Jackson, who was drafted, who hasn't played the game yet, by the way, because he has a broken foot, he's making $1.4 million a year. And so we gotta, first of all, a Sheik, we can't move him. Like people don't want to take that contract up. That's a problem. We gotta find a way to move him in the offseason. We gotta find a way to move him before the trade deadline. I really don't see it happening. And Solomon Hill, he hasn't came back in. They say he's supposed to come back soon. And so I don't think he's the answer on the perimeter for the Pelicans. We got to find a way to move him. If we can't move either one of those guys, if you get a commitment from Boogie, and he says, "Look, I want to stay long term. I like playing with Anthony Davis. I like New Orleans. I like bourbon. I like drinking the hand grenades. I like staying out to 4 in the morning with a drink in my hand." You don't make a move. You lock in. You go in the playoffs. If we get whooped to the first round, so be it. And then in the off season, we go from there. Yeah. But at the end of the day, we gonna have 3 max deals because if we re-sign Boogie, he's gonna be a max deal, right? And Dave's gonna be a max deal.
Yeah,
Drew Holiday gonna be a max deal, and so that's gonna be our 3 max deal players. Now
that has to win.
Now getting those role players around them is gonna be the issue, right? And now you gotta hope to get the hit on a draft pick or something like that, and so. The Pelicans are in a tough situation. They got to figure out this before the trading deadline. If you can't get a full commitment from Boogie, you got to trade him away and get something for him.
Well, I would say this.
You got to.
There's a lot of teams. There's a lot of valuable assets on these 1-year contracts. I was looking at some things today. I'm looking at the Utah Jazz. Just to free up cap space. Derek Favors, coming up on a deal. The center down there in Utah. They got a few players down there. Him, Joe Johnson. I'm not saying these guys are going to make you a Super Bowl committing team now. But I'm saying is, if you can move a Boobie Cousins, if you don't get a commitment from them, you get expiring contracts in return. Because what you want to do is free up cap space. It doesn't guarantee that you're going to land an all-star player in free agency, but you need to be in the business. In order to be in business, you need cap space. See what I'm saying? So if you don't have the cap space, you ain't in business at all, unless you get the commitment from Boobie Cousins. You see what I'm saying? Guys like Lou Williams on a short-term deal, who's playing out of his mind this year. Averaging 23 points a game for the Clippers. In the last 5-6 games, he's averaging over 32-some points. Having an all-star-like season. You got to take a look at that. So they got to figure out overall if you cannot re-sign Boobie Cousins to an extension. And I'm with you. You lock him up, take all phones away, and get the best person you feel in your life with him right now. I think both of y'all sit down still. We can sit down and have the conversation. This be ending this today. Right. It's either you in
or you out.
No, it's either you in or else. Now, you know what else means. I ain't here to discuss it.
Well, you in or you out.
If you out, you're going to get traded. Man, I don't really know yet.
If he say anything like to the nature of I don't know. I'm not sure. You got to trade him. You cannot let Boogie hold your franchise hostage like that. You cannot do it.
No,
sorry.
You make a replacement. Now, I would say this. I know it would still put him out of position, but I would trade a Boobie Cousins for Jason Tatum and an Al Horford. I would make that deal.
I don't think Danny Ainge is like I think he thinks Boogie Cousins is a big time player, but I think he wants Anthony Davis. So I think the most the deal that makes the most sense for the Pelicans will probably either be to the Cavs or to the Lakers. And the Cavs is this. I would do it if he says he don't know and he does not show that he wants to sign with the Pelicans. I'm trading him to the Cavs. You know why? The Cavs got a couple players they can throw in. They can throw in JR. They can throw in Kevin Love. And you're going to get that lottery pick from the Nets.
If they include that pick.
That's going to be a top 3 pick. And I'm telling y'all, man, you heard it here first. This draft that's coming up It's going to be one of the best drafts that we had in a long time with DeAndre Ayton, Marvin Bagley, Colin Sexton, who?
I mean, the kid in Missouri.
Michael Porter Jr. We just don't know how he's going to come up with his back injury. It's about
Alabama.
I said that, Colin Sexton. It's about 4 to 5 players in this draft that I think that could be potential franchise players.
The center out of Texas. I can't think of his name, but he's not coming here. But
Muhammad Bamba.
Bamba.
You know what I'm saying? It's about 4 to 5 kids in this draft that I think they could be potential franchise players. And so if the Cavs want Boogie Cousins, go ahead and trade him, get Kevin Love and that draft pick. And I think the Pelicans are right on schedule going forward. Now, is Anthony Davis going to be happy about that? But no. But he going to understand it from a business standpoint because, look, Boogie didn't commit to us. He didn't commit. So we had to do something to better this roster and better this franchise going forward. I'm telling y'all, if the Pelicans got some kind of way get Marvin Bagley from Duke.
It's on.
It's on and popping.
It's on.
It's on and popping. It's on and popping.
I'm telling you, I'm going to tell you right now.
Or DeAndre Ayton from Arizona.
Yeah.
You get or Colin Sexton. You get one of those kids.
It's on and popping.
Tell you, man.
It's on and
Michael
popping.
Porter Jr.
Yeah. It's on and popping.
Muhammad Bamba. I'm telling you, they got about 4 to 5 kids in this draft that's potential franchise player in my mind.
And again, I think old boy out of Kentucky, Knox. I don't think he's a franchise player.
Yeah.
But I think Kevin Knox.
Yeah, he has a good skill set.
He has a good skill set. Man, listen. To me, Anthony Davis is untradeable. I tweeted this out earlier.
Yeah, I feel like
I tweeted that earlier. Listen, I think media outlets out there, they're trying to make noise. They're trying to get news. At the end of the day, they in the franchise. Listen, you got to trade me the whole Boston Celtics, baby. I want the whole franchise.
I want the whole head. I want the whole thing.
Kyrie. I want the whole franchise. You know me, whole franchise? You keep him. You keep that. You keep all that away from me. The only other player in the league to me, there's 2 players in the league that I would trade him straight up for. That's LeBron James and Kevin Durant. Other than that, we ain't gonna talk about. He ain't going nowhere.
He ain't going nowhere.
You tell me
those 2 players.
You tell me give me LeBron
What about
James?
Steph? What about Steph?
No, I love Steph.
What about your mans?
Clay?
Yeah.
Not even close.
I
love Clay. I love Steph.
You.
I know. I like those guys. But for Anthony Davis, no. Nah. If you tell me you give me Kevin Durant, it's a done deal. You tell me you give me LeBron James,
it's a done deal.
It's a done deal.
I'm just asking.
I ain't got nothing to argue about.
I'm just asking.
Done deal. You can't trade me here for Kawhi Leonard. No offense to James Harden. I think he's an excellent scorer. It ain't enough. You know what I'm saying? Right. It ain't enough. But if you tell me, hey, look, you get LeBron, I'm giving you LeBron James. Hey, look, I know you got about 3-4 more years left at the peak, but I'm taking it. You gotta take it. You know what I mean? You tell me give me Kevin Durant, it's a done deal.
Right.
I gotta take it. Those are franchise-changing situations.
Yeah.
You gotta take that. Straight up. Deal for deal. I don't need no picks. Game over. But, again, the deadline's coming around the corner. I think the Pelicans, they strap themselves cap-wise with the guys that deals with Ashik, the deals with Agenta, the deals with Eastman Moore. These deals are bad.
Hey, guys.
Hey, listen, hold up.
Almost that time.
Hold up. No.
Y'all like to talk.
I gotta say this. I gotta say this. You know what? Producer, please give me an extended time. I don't need that long. I just need about 2 minutes.
Go ahead. These 2 minutes are yours, because we got to wrap up.
I just got word that H.L. Bourgeois guard, A.J. Rainey, just scored 52 points in the win. With a win against Destrehan in the district game tonight. Let me tell y'all something. I've been telling y'all about this kid.
Yup.
I missed that game tonight. This kid just scored 52 points against Destrehan in a district game. Stop talking about this kid not like that.
You've been boasting on this dude. You know what I'm saying?
Stop talking about this kid like that. I'm tired of these people talking about, man, he's small. Man, if you never seen him play, you need to come see him play. 52 points? Come on, man. He averaging over 30 a game on a season. He cutting up. I just got word that he scored 52 points in the win. They undefeated in the district. They number 6 in the state. I'm telling y'all, the kid the real deal. You know what I'm saying? Get on board. He the real deal. I wish I was in the building and see him score the 52 points. Hey, I'm telling y'all, the kid is legit.
He that dude.
You know what?
All your school, all these universities, all these schools, you better get on board. I'm telling you, he like that. Wow. 52 points.
And I tell y'all this, people, you better take G Bird for it. You understand?
He that dude. If he scored 52 points, first of all, let's get something very straight. Let's get somebody here.
It's only 32 minutes in the quarter. It's only 32 minutes. That's 8 minutes a quarter. That means you averaging over 10 points a quarter. I can't make this up.
You know the worst part about this? You know the worst part about it? You know the worst part about it is? In high school basketball, there is no shot clock. So you know he going off. He gonna hold the ball. You know he going off. That's what makes it worse. No shot clock? Come on, man. Stop it.
This is crazy.
That's crazy.
This is crazy.
That's crazy. That is crazy. That is nuts.
Dude.
That is nuts. Listen, man. That's our show, folks.
52 points, baby.
We anyway AJ raining, baby. You got
52 points, what can you say? I mean,
they ain't nothing to talk about.
Stop the hating. Stop the hating. You understand? The man ain't this. The man, hey, bro.
Stop.
It's real
52
in the
points,
field.
dog.
Stop.
52 points, dog.
It's real in the field, dog.
It is what it is. Again,
points, bro.
It's because a kid maybe like that does not go to every circuit. If that kid go to circuits,
he is known.
At the end of the day, LSU is recruiting that kid hard.
He is
every kid.
up.
You know, you would have your Mike Krzyzewski's, your John Calipari's, your Bill Selfs. You would have your Roy Williams. You would have every elite university in the country saying, I need that kid.
And you know what? Let me be realistic before we leave, because I don't want people to think that I'm trying to say this kid is a goddamn.
You're not saying he's the number one overall player.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not saying. I'm just saying this kid is elite.
He's elite,
and he's one of the better players. Not just throughout the state, but in the country.
In the country.
Nah, I'm not saying he's a top 20, top 15 player in this. I'm not saying that. The kid is elite. And let's just take the scoring out of it. Man, this kid has high basketball IQ. He's dominant. He's averaging over 8 assists a game. He's blocking shots. He's getting steals. His turnover rate is low. His assist to turnover rate is low. I mean, this kid is a real deal, man. And I'm telling y'all, keep following him going forward. I'm going to tell y'all a good game to come to. If any of y'all watching it right now, January 26th at Thibodeau High in the jungle, it's going to be hostile. It's going to be a very hostile environment. Come, I'm talking about the game gonna be so packed.
When it is?
January 26th.
Next Friday.
You're gonna take a ride to Thibodeau next
Friday.
Friday.
That's my little son's birthday.
Listen, it's gonna be packed. I promise y'all gonna enjoy the show.
He's gonna be with his mother.
Y'all gonna enjoy next Saturday. Listen, it's gonna be wall to wall packed. Y'all gonna enjoy the show. You're gonna be like this. This kid's a real deal.
We taking a ride.
Y'all.
We taking a ride.
Taking a ride to Thibodeau.
Next Friday, Thibodeau, here we come. You understand?
Coming. FanView been in the building. But listen, guys, listen.
Wow.
That's our show, folks. That's our show, guys. Listen, appreciate everybody for tuning in. Everybody leaving your comments. Thank you for everybody following the stream. Yes, we are streaming the Eagles and the Vikings, even though I'm gonna feel some type of way.
I'm gonna feel some type of way about
this. We're also gonna be streaming the New England Jacksonville Jaguars game. Tune in. Let a friend know. Again, last week's Saints game, baby. We got up to 1,800 live views on that game. Over 60,000 views. Listen, I thank everybody for tuning in. Every person who's locked in about how we're doing this show,
right?
And how we're doing streaming these football games. And we appreciate everybody who tuned in, because this is our opportunity as fans to talk sports with the whole world. So appreciate it. Tuning in, guys. Listen, we got to wrap this show up for tonight. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. I can't get to even all of the comments and calls.
We're going to get to y'all next week, man.
You know, out with the man, the best of my man, Coach Hurricane Hand. You know, I'm probably sure he got some snow up there.
Man, be safe out there.
Right. He scored 52 points out of 100.
Yeah, they scored 100. They scored 100. He scored.
So he scored half the points. So he scored 52% of the points.
Oh,
that's ridiculous. Listen, that's our show, guys. Listen, I'm your boy Fred.
The people person right here. The people person P.
GSports is locked in.
And your man GSports.
Listen, y'all tune in next Thursday. Listen, FanView, Real Fan Sports Talk Sport. Listen, like the page, hit the like button again. Don't miss us.
I'm about to go live.
don't miss us next Sunday. We screening the game, baby.
Damn, I should have been in that game. I knew he was gonna go dumb.
Oh, that nigga scored.
Oh man. Well, everybody, this is Big Homie here, where you can catch me out on Facebook at Henry HeyYoU Singleton, or you can catch me on Twitter at HeyYoU15, babe.
Yeah, you know me, just a people person right here. I ain't got no Twitter, nothing like that. So you can look me up on Facebook at Patrick Slim Goody Jones.
It's your boy Fred. Look, you can check me out on Twitter at BFredJones, baby.
Yeah, this is G with GSports, man. You catch me on Twitter,